Personally, it really is. And if you get yourself a winner on there, you spin there to see what you win. It's a great addition. I love this. I love this $150 ticket that somebody's already won. We've got a $10 ticket that somebody's won. We've got the $5 tickets. This is class. Where's Phil Taylor gone? Are we going to get the chance to throw some darts or not? Are we not? Is she getting them out? Are we going? Well, I don't think we're going to get any darts thrown. Devastated. I could have thrown a prize, could have given it away. But the GG stand behind us for everything that needs to work out. If you're satellited in via GG, that's what you need to do. Go and see the guys. They're there every single morning from 10 a.m. And then this sign means we're coming into Goliath, because this is not normally Port of the Grosvenor Casino. This are all the holes, and this is where the action happens. This is a food hall on the left hand side, the New York Smokehouse, North Yorkshire Smokehouse. The North Yorkshire Smokehouse, busy as all day long. The best coffees in town, by the way. Let me tell you, best coffees in town. This is a place to relax. You can just come in, chill out, have your dinner. There's a dinner hour of normally around about an hour every single tournament. 30-minute breaks. Grab a coffee, grab a cookie, grab a pizza. Make your own pizza if you want to. He'll let you. Absolutely, he'll let you. Look at this. Not that we planned it. So just come in and chill and relax and enjoy it. Because once you've had your coffee and once you've had your little bit of a breakfast in the morning, you're walking through the main hall. And the main hall is where you start to get a little bit excited. You start to think about, it's Goliath. I'm ready to rock and roll. This is what it's all about. If I'm walking through here, I have bought myself in to an event that's going on in that room very shortly, and you'll see the vast amount of people that are going to be playing Goliath. But this one is the Wall of Fame. Every winner all the way through from 2011, when we first started the Goliath, are all on that wall. And if you've got yourself a late reg, or you got yourself another extra seat into the Goliath because you've been rubbish the first time, you have to come and see the ladies, sit down here. There's a bit of a queue now and again, but most of the time very efficient. Straight in, get yourself a ticket. Can I re-enter? Yes, you can. Press the button. Don't forget, on the app is here, debit cards. Click on the app, buy in, come and see these ladies, get your ticket, back in you go. That is how easy it is. And then we come into the main hall, and this is what you met with. This is exactly what you met with. The Goliath. 900 players sat down at the start of the day. We started with 900 players. Every single day the room is absolutely chock-a-block, and this is what it's all about. The music's in the background, the staff are there to help you with all your problems. If anything's ever needed, just ask a member of the floor, they'll tell you exactly what to do. You find your table and then you get down and you start playing. But what you want to be is on that feature table come a week on Sunday, because that is where the final table will be, and the trophy that we saw upstairs will be given out, and one person will be taking away a whopping prize pool and an estimated first place of £300,000. It is just absolutely outstanding. Kudos to all the staff, kudos to all the dealers, all the players for turning out. And that is your Goliath experience. And when you sat down at one of these tables, the adrenaline starts, because you could be 2026 champion.
might want to say a jack or a 6.
Oh! Jeez. Ladies and gentlemen, on Wednesday we announced £1 million prize pool for the second year running at Goliath. We can now announce that there are 10,585 runners currently, meaning it's the biggest tournament we have ever held in Great Britain and anywhere else outside of Las Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now part of history! The Goliath is the biggest it has ever been, and people are still buying it. The Goliath 2023! Hello! Welcome everybody!
Ace, kings and clubs and queens 4 on the end.
There's the shout in the stream. There is the shout in the stream. Let's go, he says. 44 players as it speaks, and there's 24 million going into one bag. Alex, what an unbelievable day you must have had.
It was unreal. I started as a short stack and now I'm just leader.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Jay said you were short. How short were you?
I had 125k to start the day.
Yeah. What did you do with the bubble? Did you just sit and wait, or did you just start?
Yeah, I was short on the bubble, to be fair.
Yeah. And you just sat and waited until the money went?
Pretty much. I still took some spots, but yeah, after the money went, just couldn't lose a hand.
Could you believe when we were on the bubble, 21 all in and calls in 2 hands?
I can't believe it. Yeah.
It's a huge amount of chips. What's the table been like in the last hour or so?
Yeah, all right, to be fair. I had a lot of big hands, so that helps. So for me, it's been all right.
Yeah. Well, we think you're chip leader.
That'd be nice.
We're pretty sure you are chip leader, but every credit for making day 3 of the biggest Goliath
Thanks
ever.
a lot.
Fingers crossed for tomorrow.
Hopefully it goes well.
Keep it going. Nice
Cheers,
one.
mate.
Alex Todd. A lot of chips. He has. I got an amount of chips that you want for day 3. We'll just have a quick word with Paul Murphy, Goliath. Day 3 tomorrow.
Yep,
We just bagged up how many?
19,025,000.
Big stack. Nice stack. How's the day been?
It's been good. Been getting nice cards.
Yeah.
Making good plays, so I've been happy.
Yeah. Mixing it up. It's a lot of players. A lot of people just say recreational players. It's just you're just taking flips a lot of the time, and you're just playing totally different. How have you found your tables today?
I've been on about 5 different
Have you?
tables. I've been moved around a lot.
Yeah.
Each has been completely different. But I think the key's been adjusting to the players.
Can you instantly spot somebody who just wants to cash to somebody who's a tour reg or something like that?
Yeah, I can, especially when they say at the table, I'm just folding the last 10 minutes.
That's always what you need.
That's
You can manipulate that. But 19 mil coming back to tomorrow. Biggest Goliath we've ever had.
Yep.
We're down to 44, and then tomorrow we're going to crown a champion. We can dream, can't we?
We can dream.
We can dream.
Hopefully final table.
Paul, many congratulations. 19 million. That is just about it from the day's full chip counts up on the website very soon. But what an amazing day. We have had 1,125 runners. We got in the money instantly. 21 all in and calls for 2 in 2 hands to burst the bubble. We burst the bubble, and then they've gone down, and we're finished day 2 with 44 runners. Tomorrow, we are going to crown a champion of the biggest Goliath ever. But who is it going to be? Join us tomorrow.
Good luck, everyone. Dealers.
And there is the call from Ariane.
Yeah,
And
it's
Khan
bad news.
really fought him for it. So I think we knew on the turn it was only going to be a few rivers there.
Takes out the second person on the final. Look at that! It always happens. Is it the queens? A set of queens. It's because all the other three have all gone. And it is not queens full this time. Tens. Oh, and he took some straight in. He's not fearing anything, Tim.
Oh, there it is!
Oh, Tim Slater.
There's no help there.
Well done, and do you know what? He's shaking the hands of all the players. Oh no, he hasn't as well. Ace 5-3 for Tim Slater.
And that is a terrible turn.
And Tim Slater outflops.
Not the start we wanted.
Carl Spencer fist bumps everybody. Well played, sir. What a good effort.
Cool with the sixes. Big flip here for both players. Sixes holding at the moment.
Ace or a 10 needed, or Tim Slater is out in fourth. And it's a 9. He is out in fourth. Another fantastic effort. Well done, Tim.
Oh, that is not good. He's dead on the flop.
Sixes about for the Kevin Allen. Oh, we're down to Jack. Stu Rutter has just taken out Kev Allen, former champion of the grand final back in 2013.
So the flop.
Queen 8-2.
That is
That
it.
is it.
We have a champion.
We have double champion.
Go,
Mr.
go,
Stu
go.
Rutter.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Woohoo! Stu Rutter wins. Vic Meta second. Fantastic. Well done.
Don't worry about it. I've been hanging all day, and now we have to sit on the table. Good luck. It's alright, that's why I got sunglasses.
We're back, guys. It's just me at the moment, but Swifty has been kind enough to join me for the ladies, not at the FT, bit of a mix-up. They were 10-handed all day, so when they got down to 10 players, they thought they were a final table. Unfortunately, the feature only catering for 9 players. Therefore, we're going 2 tables of 5. When we lose one, quick turnaround onto the FT, set and ready, off we go. So, Katie will be with me shortly. There they are. I believe Leah, sponsored by GG. We've got Elizabeth Morgan with the chip lead, Tina Avery and Tilleston, Susan Kenny. Looking to make the FT. Just going to sit back, enjoy this one. Here are the payouts. This is what we're working with. £8,360 up top in the ladies. Decent payday for someone coming. Welcome back, everyone. Sublime's pretty chunky at 20k. So probably a few shorties scattered across these 2 tables, picking up just blinds and ante. Going to be massive within itself. First look at Leah on the button. Opens pocket 5s here. Tina, King 8 of hearts. Would expect some defense. Defense she does. That's what top pair here is Tina. Checking it over to Leah. 2 overcards to contend with. Well timed check back. And Tina going for a pot size lead here on the turn. Just assessing the situation. Probably expect Leah to be betting 9s plus, ace 8. These type of holdings. Still some ace highs to get value from. A hand like Leah has. 7s, 5s, 3s, 4s. Maybe some 6x in there. Queen of diamonds rolling off on the river, and it's going to go check, check, and Tina's going to take this one from Leah. Payouts, there they are, Joe. Susan in need of a spin. And Paul Fletcher, Paul Maguire back in the main event, 1.175 million. How many times do you get aces? He only plays aces in Kings, Paul. Great bag though. More than happy to take that through to day 2 on Saturday. Jack 8 for Anne, out the way. Leah follows suit with 10-4. Susan, Queen 6 suited on the button. Could jam this one for 4. But gonna pass up the opportunity, try and wait for something a little bit better. Reduce fold equity at 4 BBs as well. Big blind does get to call fairly wide, especially when they're stacked up. The ace 5 of spades here for Elizabeth. Pretty looking holding, blind on blind towards the top end. And in this situation, to be fair, when Tina and Elizabeth both really stacked up compared to the rest of the chips in the field, high risk premium on both. They don't really want to be playing big pots against each other, especially with payout structure as always being top heavy. And all that is when you are covered against a big stack, risk premium is higher. When you are the big stack against a short stack, risk premium is low or nothing at all. So in general, when you are in a pot against another big stack at this stage, ICM is real with 10 left. Want to play fairly passively against them, not bloating too many pots. You don't want to be on the wrong end of a call-up and be out the door suddenly when you're sitting comfortably second in chips across the field. A question here from Ben J. Is Leah in seat 2 the one who has a YouTube channel? She looks like someone whose poker vlogs I watch. Potentially. I'm guessing sponsored by GG. She probably does some content. I'm sure there'll be someone in here or in the chat box that will verify that point Ben's made.
It's just not fun all day, is that it? It's late now.
She does have a channel. Thank you, Fergie Steve, on Twitch.
Is that where you went out?
Got to go, Susan. We got an ace and 4 bigs under the gun. Does find the jam.
He's talking like
Jack 5 off here for Leah. 4.5 big blinds. As I always say in these sort of spots, the sort of cut-off is 3 bigs when you're 1 invested. If the shoves are 3 bigs or less, pretty much got to call close to any 2 unless it's a extreme ICM spot, however, or a satellite. However, when you start veering towards 4 or 5 big blinds, you will have a lot more folds with these trashy holdings. Spot to jam for Leah. Jam she does. And Susan with the old dirty diaper, not what you want in the big blind when you got 5 bigs. Picks that one up. It's payday. How we doing, Adam? Thanks for tuning in. We got the old ladies final table. Currently 2 tables, as we've got 10 left, but when we lose one, hopefully a quick turnaround, and we will be moving straight to the FT. And it looks like we're there. As Ant comes over. Well, we're going to go and have a look instead. It's Michelle. Got a trophy at the UK Open. Got it in good with the A6 here. Up against the King 9 of clubs. Why, oh why, is it always a river? King of spades rolls off Michelle. Unfortunately, FT bubbling this, but we'll take home a bit of money, profit on the event. But that means, guys, we are at the final table. So we'll put a break clip on. We'll leave the pictures on. I know what Katie's like. She likes to shower the girls in gifts that make the final table. Take a million pictures. It may take 15, 20 minutes. So we'll put a break clip on. There'll be a timer down the bottom right. And when we return, I'll be here with Swifty and we will get underway for the final table. See you soon.
Welcome to Goliath 2026. If you've not seen one of these walkthroughs before, why not? Because we do it every year. We tell you exactly what to do. We look in the part. Yes? Yes, got the nod. This is what you do. You queue up, you get yourself in. As always, we wander through. There might be a queue in the morning, but sometimes there's no queue, which is great. So as you walk in, you give them your card and you get one of these things. They're called a wristband, and you have to wear it. Because what it does, it means you can go like that every time you go outside, and you can just go outside and just show them, I'm going in now. So it just helps all the staff. It helps the staff coming in. Flash your wristband and away you go. That's all you need to do, because that saves the queues. So there's some really good looking fella on that wall, showing you that the estimated prize pool for Goliath this year is 2 million. And we wander through. On the right hand side we see what we're playing for. It is the trophy of all trophies. It is stupendous. It is an unbelievable trophy, and all the names are on the wall on the right hand side. When we started back in 2011, Lee Rawson winning the first ever one, all the way through to Paul Worsley last year. And look at that prize pool, just shy of £2 million. This year we could easily get over the 2 million. So what do you do now? You come down the escalators. We come down the escalators, which takes us, on the left hand side, it takes us to the best part of the evening, where you go to the bar. It's a place where you can relax, tell all your stories, tell all the bad beats. You can go and chat to people, just have a nice laugh. It's good to chill and relax at the bar. There's got to be a bad beat story going on here. Let's have a quick chat, see if there's a bad beat story. There's got to be a bad beat story. Please tell me one bad beat story from today.
Mate, I haven't played much poker. It's pointless coming to me.
No way.
I haven't played much poker today.
No way.
We haven't even played a comp up with Kurt.
Yeah, happy birthday, sir.
It's probably better to speak as this guy. He's had a
Wedding last week.
We were?
You
Yes.
were.
Happy birthday to you. Make
this
sure
guy's
that these
birthday.
guys get you a drink.
I am.
Make sure that he to be fair, I've not known him put his hand in his pockets ever. So make sure that he does.
He still hasn't.
Make sure he does. Relax in the bar area. It's a great place to come and have a good chat. And on an evening, we have a little bit of live music. We have a little bit of a singer We have a little bit of a singer each and every day is what we do. I want to show you, I know the cash desk is behind us when you cash in. What I want to show you is a really important bit, because when we queue up in the morning and you see the queues, one thing you've got to see is at the reg desk, at the reg desk, you can see that all the lines are open. It's for different events. This is the best thing that they've improved on. Every single lane that is open will be an event for Goliath. So it could be the main event of Goliath. It could be the million guarantee. It could be the monster stack. And each lane will have a title on which to queue up at, and that's the one to register. And more importantly, right at the top, It tells you what alternate you are, and it will show you what event the alternates are up to. Open seating for the frenzy for Red Tooth. It's great. It's really important that you just keep your eye on that. All the alternates are already in for day for Goliath, so there's no waiting. Love that. I really, really do. And all the staff there working as hard as they always do. This part is normally for all the Red Tooth competitions during the first part of the festival. This was packed solid at 11 a.m. this morning, all the way through. They're getting down to the bottom end of a tournament now, but Red Tooth do a great job. They bring in all their own staff. Glenn's always there as well with the Red Toothers, and what they do is they look after themselves. 200-300 runners every single day. They wander in and they get themselves self-dealt tables, and they are very efficient, the dealers at Red Tooth, so kudos to all those. But this is the new bit. As you know, we've got a multi-year contract with GG, and the GG guys are here, stood, giving you all, if you've got a problem with your account, if you want to buy some merch, if you want to buy in, if you've got satellites in, if you've got yourself tickets, see these guys, they will sort you out. But they've got a darts board. Hang on a minute. We've got a darts board. Has anybody got any darts? Have we got any darts? Can we play darts? Am I allowed? Who's got them? I don't want to win a prize, I just want to throw darts. Come on. Obviously they've got a prize board. It's a darts board for prizes. It's a GG prize board. You can win t-shirts and hats and hoodies and tickets and satellite tickets and all kinds of things on the GG stand. It's excellent, it really is. And if you get yourself a winner on there, you spin there to see what you win. It's a great addition. I love this. I love this $150 ticket that somebody's already won. We've got a $10 ticket that somebody's won. We've got the $5 tickets. This is class. Where's Phil Taylor gone? Are we going to get the chance to throw some darts or not? Are we not? Is she getting them out? Are we going? Well, I don't think we're going to get any darts thrown. Devastated. I could have thrown a prize, could have given it away. But the GG stand behind us for everything that needs to work out. If you're satellited in via GG, that's what you need to do. Go and see the guys. They're there every single morning from 10 a.m. And then this sign means we're coming into Goliath, because this is not normally Port of the Grosvenor Casino. This are all the holes, and this is where the action happens. This is a food hall on the left-hand side, the New York Smokehouse, North Yorkshire Smokehouse. The North Yorkshire Smokehouse, busy as all day long. The best coffees in town, by the way. Let me tell you, best coffees in town. This is a place to relax. You can just come in, chill out, have your dinner. There's a dinner hour of normally around about an hour every single tournament. 30-minute breaks. Grab a coffee, grab a cookie, grab a pizza. Make your own pizza if you want to. He'll let you. Absolutely, he'll let you. Look at this. Not that we planned it. So just come in and chill and relax and enjoy it. Because once you've had your coffee and once you've had your little bit of a breakfast in the morning, you're walking through the main hall. And the main hall is where you start to get a little bit excited. You start to think about, it's Goliath. I'm ready to rock and roll. This is what it's all about. If I'm walking through here, I have bought myself in to an event that's going on in that room very shortly. And you'll see the vast amount of people that are going to be playing Goliath. But this one is the Wall of Fame. Every winner all the way through from 2011, when we first started the Goliath, are all on that wall. And if you've got yourself a late reg, or you got yourself another extra seat into the Goliath because you've been rubbish the first time, you have to come and see the ladies sit down here. There's a bit of a queue now and again, but most of the time very efficient. Straight in, get yourself a ticket. Can I re-enter? Yes you can. Press the button. Don't forget on the app is here, debit cards. Click on the app, buy in, come and see these ladies, get your ticket, back in you go. That is how easy it is. And then we come into the main hall, and this is what you're met with. This is exactly what you met with. The Goliath. 900 players sat down at the start of the day. We started with 900 players. Every single day the room is absolutely chock-a-block, and this is what it's all about. The music's in the background, the staff are there to help you with all your problems. If anything's ever needed, just ask a member of the floor, they'll tell you exactly what to do. You find your table and then you get down and you start playing. But what you want to be is on that feature table come a week on Sunday, because that is where the final table will be, and the trophy that we saw upstairs will be given out, and one person will be taking away a whopping prize pool and an estimated first place of £300,000. It is just absolutely outstanding. Kudos to all the staff, kudos to all the dealers, all the players for turning out, and that is your Goliath experience. And when you sat down at one of these tables, the adrenaline starts, because you could be 2026 champion.
Now I don't want to see a jack or a 6.
Oh! Jeez. Ladies and gentlemen, on Wednesday we announced a £1 million prize pool for the second year running at Goliath. We can now announce that there are 10,585 runners currently, meaning it's the biggest tournament we have ever held in Great Britain and anywhere else outside of Las Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now part of history! The Goliath is the biggest it has ever been, and people are still buying it.
Ace, kings and clubs and queens 4 on the end.
There's the shout in the stream. There is the shout in the stream. Let's go, he says. Down to 44 players as it speaks, and there's 24 million going into one bag. Alex, what an unbelievable day you must have had.
It was unreal. I started as a short stack and now I'm just leader.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Jay said you were short. How short were you?
I had 125k to start the day.
Yeah. What did you do with the bubble? Did you just sit and wait, or did you just start?
Yeah, I was short on the bubble, to be fair.
Yeah. And you just sat and waited until the money went?
Pretty much. I still took some spots, but yeah, after the money went, just couldn't lose a hand.
Could you believe when we were on the bubble, 21 all in and called in 2 hands?
I can't believe it. Yeah.
It's a huge amount of chips. What's the table been like in the last hour or so?
Yeah, all right, to be fair. I had a lot of big hands, so that helps. So for me, it's been all right.
Yeah. Well, we think you're chip leader.
That'd be nice.
We're pretty sure you are chip leader, but every credit for making day 3 of the biggest Goliath
Thanks a
ever.
lot.
Fingers crossed for tomorrow.
Hopefully it goes well.
Keep it going. Nice
Cheers,
one.
mate.
Alex Todd, a lot of chips. He has got an amount of chips that you want for day 3. We'll just have a quick word with Paul Murphy, Goliath. Day 3 tomorrow.
Yep.
We just bagged up how many?
19,025,000.
Big stack. Nice stack. How's the day been?
It's been good. Been getting nice cards.
Yeah.
Making good plays, so I've been happy.
Yeah. Mixing it up. It's a lot of players. A lot of people just say recreational players. It's just you're just taking flips a lot of the time, and you're just playing totally different. How have you found your tables today?
I've been on about 5 different tables.
you?
I've been moved around a lot.
Yeah.
Each has been completely different. But I think the key's been adjusting to the players.
Can you instantly spot somebody who just wants to cash to somebody who's a tour reg or something like that?
Yeah, I can, especially when they say at the table, I'm just folding the last 10 minutes.
That's always what you need.
That's
You can manipulate that. But 19 mil coming back to tomorrow. Biggest Goliath we've ever had.
Yep.
And we're down to 44. And then tomorrow we're going to crown a champion. We can dream, can't we?
We can dream.
We can dream.
Hopefully final table.
Paul, many congratulations. 19 million. That is just about it from the day's full chip counts up on the website very soon. But what an amazing day. We have had 1,125 runners. We got in the money instantly. 21 all in and calls for 2 in 2 hands to burst the bubble. We burst the bubble, and then they've gone down and down, and we've finished day 2 with 44 runners. Tomorrow, we are going to crown a champion of the biggest Goliath ever. But who is it going to be? Join us tomorrow.
luck, everyone. Healers.
And there is the call from Ariel.
Yeah,
And Khan
bad
really
news.
fought him for it. So I think we knew on the turn it was only going to be a few rivers that.
Takes out the second person on the final. Look at that! It always happens. Is it the queens? A set of queens. Because all the other three have all gone. And it is not queens full this time. Tens. Oh, and he took some straight in. He's not fearing anything, Tim.
Oh, there it is!
Oh, Tim Slater.
There's no help there.
Well done, and do you know what? He's shaking the hands of all the players. Oh no, he hasn't as well. Ace 5-3 for Tim Slater.
And that is a terrible turn.
And Tim Slater out flops.
Not the start we wanted.
Carl Spencer fist bumps everybody. Well played, sir. What a good effort.
Cool with the sixes. Big flip here for both players. Sixes holding at the moment.
Ace or a 10 needed, or Tim Slater is out in fourth. And it's a 9. He is out in fourth. Another fantastic effort. Well done, Tim.
Oh, that is not good. He's dead on the flop.
Sixes about for the Kevin Allen. Oh, we're down to Jack. Stu Rutter has just taken out Kev Allen, former champion of the Grand Final back in 2013.
So the flop.
Queen 8-2.
That is
That
it.
is it.
We have a champion.
We have double champion in
Go,
Mr.
go,
Stu
go.
Rutter.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Woohoo! Stu Rutter wins. Vic Meta second. Fantastic. Well done. Welcome to Goliath 2026. If you've not done one of these walkthroughs before, why not? Because we do it every year. We tell you exactly what to do. We're looking the part. Yes? Yes, got the nod. This is what you do. You queue up, you get yourself in. As always, we wander through. There might be a queue in the morning, but sometimes there's no queue, which is great. So as you walk in, you give them your card and you get one of these things. They're called a wristband, and you have to wear it. Because what it does, it means you can go like that every time you go outside, and you can just go outside and just show that I'm going in now. So it just helps all the staff. It helps the staff coming in. Flash your wristband and away you go. That's all you need to do, because that saves the queues. So there's some really good looking fella on that wall, showing you that the estimated prize pool for Goliath this year is 2 million. And we wander through. On the right hand side we see what we're playing for. It is the trophy of all trophies. It is stupendous. It is an unbelievable trophy, and all the names are on the wall on the right hand side. When we started back in 2011, Lee Rawson winning the first ever one, all the way through to Paul Worsley last year. And look at that prize pool, just shy of £2 million. This year we could easily get over the 2 million. So what do you do now? You come down the escalators. We come down the escalators, which takes us, on the left hand side, it takes us to the best part of the evening, where you go to the bar. It's a place where you can relax, tell all your stories.
Enjoy, have fun. So men, how we do it, yeah? Yes, that's it.
We're back, and it's not just me. I am joined by the lovely Katie Swift, giving all the girls some gift bags, got the photos done, but we're set and we're ready to go. Quick run through of the table. We got Holly Waite in 1, Elizabeth Morgan in 2, Leah Howard in 3, Mary Gavin in 4, Tina Raybury in 5, Michelle. I don't think, did Michelle not just bust? Or is it a different Michelle?
She's busted. So
who have we got in 6? I'll find that out. Alison Bissell in 7, Susan Kenny 8, and Tilliston in 9. It's Kat that weren't on the list. Kat in C8. That will update itself after the first hand. Sometimes a glitch when we go from one event to the other. But off we go. How are you, Katie?
I'm really good. I meant to be in, like, sort of pop in here before now, actually. I know this is the first time, even though I've been here since Wednesday, it's the first time I've nipped into Comms
You've got
Box.
poker to play, I understand
No,
that.
do you know what? It's Goliath, and it's busy. It is really busy. So hello to all of you lovely guys and girls in the chat box, and yeah, hello to you guys here. Going good?
Yeah, it's going good. I really enjoyed today. A day like today, the GUKT Day 3. Lots of good players, lots of stuff to break down and delve into.
Be honest, I haven't had a moment spare to follow even who's through or what's been going on. I haven't watched the stream, so I will look forward to catching up on it once this is done, sort of thing, this event. But yeah, I think this is the first trophy they've been awarded for the week, though, isn't it? The ladies' event.
Yes, it will be, because Day 4's tomorrow. It's going to be the first trophy.
Yeah, and I'm assuming Monster Stack is going on and playing out somewhere else. But
yes, that's at the final table as well.
This is quite a privilege, and quite a set the scene for the Goliath 2026. And there's some lovely ladies here. Well, they're all lovely ladies at the final table here, and they're all playing. They've all been really patient whilst we've been setting it up, and they've all been given some free merch and goodie bags and everything by grosvenorpoker.com and GG Poker. So it's been really good, actually, for them, that added value again. The ladies event, I always feel, gets added value. We sort of give extra gifts, we do icebreakers, so it really is a lovely, friendly tournament, and they're all enjoying themselves. So you can see there's quite a lot of chat. Obviously I can't hear it, but you can just see it's enjoyable.
Yeah, a few comments coming in the chat box. Quickly cover this one, not related to the ladies. How do I play the 2 million prize pool? That is a Goliath. Best thing to do, turn up to the CBS either Monday through to Friday. Plenty of flights to play. Back for day 2, and you'll be in the mix. We have sorted Mary's name out for you, Marty. We are on the night shift tonight, and who do you think? I said, how is Jack's golf scholarship going, Katie?
Jack is actually heading off to America in 2 weeks' time. He has just arrived at Goliath. So just as I was setting up the final table, I got the phone call from Jack saying he's outside. So it was all going off. Everything was going on. So Jack has just arrived at Goliath. He's going to experience his first ever Goliath. And I think he's either going to play tomorrow or Tuesday. I think we're both registered for tomorrow, depending on how late this goes on and what goes on. Yeah, so we're either going to be tomorrow or Tuesday, maybe both. Who knows with Goliath? But yeah, so he's going to play this, and his girlfriend Charlotte Norton has just won the European Ladies Amateur over in Sweden, and has just got an exemption into the Open this week. So she is off to Lytham today, or I think she's gone today, and she's going to be playing in the Open this week. So Jack's going to be juggling Goliath and the Open this week. So yeah, he's living the dream, loving life.
It's the first real hand here, open from Mary with the ace-10, and Tina goes to the 3-bet with the ace-king suited. Likely to work. Good fold from Mary.
So we're on blinds 15k, 30k with 30k ante. So still a lot of play with these stacks. I didn't actually see that. Can we put the stacks up?
Yeah,
Are we able to?
you're in the old tower spot. He usually does
Oh,
this.
sorry, I'm
Clicking
not.
buttons.
I'm
There
not
we
as
go.
good as Tower with. So there's the stacks. We can see there's still, you know, good play. Those middling stacks. A few shorties there. I think Susan had been short for a while, so yeah, we'll be getting them in soon. She's got maybe a couple of hands before hitting those blinds. And ICM obviously in play with that prize pool. I don't know if we got the prize pool.
Yep,
That's
I can pull
available.
the prize pool up as well.
I know, sorry, I'm not Tower.
That's okay.
I know what I'm
All
doing
good.
with the buttons. So quite nice. Actually, this event had a £25,000 guarantee on it, and I think it hit like 35 or something, so smashed the guarantee. First place over 8k, and ninth is going to be taking 750. It was a buy-in of £200, so nice profit there for the ladies. We will see who we will be crowning as champion tonight. One-day event, I like it. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think I like it as well. I think 30-minute clock's nice as well, just enough. I feel like that's probably the cusp. I feel like anything less like 20 minutes is just a bit too short. But 30, I feel like it would be great for you girls to have a 40-minute clock, but I feel like 30 is just enough.
I think as soon as you go to a 40-minute clock, it has to be multi-day.
Yes, that's the thing.
I think as soon as you go under the 30, it is too much of a prestigious annual event for it to not have a good structure and clock.
Yeah.
And I think the half-hour clock is the sweet spot. I think everyone really liked that. I didn't have anyone say anything bad about the structure. It felt good. I played it. It was, you could play.
Yeah.
You don't want it to become crapshooty at the business end of the comp, and it's important. It's important to be able to play poker. You don't want ladies turning up and experiencing the game in a manner that it isn't usually played in. So yeah, I liked it. I thought it was very good. I love the one day because with Goliath, the schedule is so packed as well. You don't really want to be playing multi-day comps for this kind of prize pool. It needs to be the one day, in my opinion. Free up some time for playing the main event, playing Goliath, getting involved in that. And, I think it really suits the ladies. So we've got ace queen off here, button. This is going to be raising coming. This is happening loads, isn't it? The mouth in the hoodie or the jumper or the top. Yeah, I noticed this is coming to play a lot more. A few of the ladies are doing that at this table. So
there's been
I feel like this year when I played it, the ladies were playing a lot better standard. It's like every lady is levelling up now, which is great. People always ask about how the numbers in a ladies event. For me, it's also about how much the ladies are levelling up within that event, and the standard I saw was a lot better. So I think they're taking on board a lot of information and education along the way.
Yeah, I'll come back to the mouth covering what I was about to say off this hand, because Mary getting after it here.
Yeah.
8-5 off upstairs from the big blind. Elizabeth not choosing to 4-bet rip. I actually really like the call from Elizabeth. It's very easy to cram ace queen for like 16, 17 bigs, button versus big, but look at the stacks around the table.
Yeah, exactly. And she's going to be repping this ace. Not realising Elizabeth is sat with one. So this is not going to work. I like...
Probably one and done here. Would really like to see Elizabeth just call though.
Yeah,
keep
just
bluffs
call.
in, keep kings and queens in, hands like that we fold out.
Yeah, I agree.
Beautiful turn. Dummy and gut shot here for Mary. Probably got to be a white flag wave.
It is a lovely turn, but I do find that a lot of the ladies also, and I'm not necessarily saying this lady because I don't know how she plays, I've not played her, but a lot of them look at the boards and start thinking about what the nuts are and worrying about, oh, yes, she must have king 10, she must have, and they go cautious over what the possible nuts are rather than what the ranges are and the positions and things. So
is that why you girls always run deep in PLO? Because that's what you got to do in PLO. You've always got to be worried about what the nuts is and always play a bit cautiously if you've not got the nuts.
Yeah, so Mary has decided to now wave that white flag and check, fold to the bet.
Extending her chip lead massively.
The thing is, Mary's 3-bet pre there does work if it was just a button still.
Yeah.
So you can get behind that as well. I mean, it's probably not the cards that I would be doing it with if I'm being brutally honest, but I can get behind the thought process behind it. It's just kind of tailoring it to the ranges and working out how are you going to continue post flop, how are you going to connect to any board that's put out, and what are you going to represent. Plus the stack depth, you've got some really mega short stacks around that table. You don't need to start forcing action at this point in the tournament when ICM is high and those pay jumps, you know, they're starting to get chunky. So you don't really want to be losing them chips.
Yeah, Susan, been patient, just sub 3 bigs, finds an ace in from +1. Yeah, there's been talks for years and years, sort of an undercover club maybe. Some of the better or best sort of players in the live scene in the country. And I feel like maybe there's been a leak over the last year. You always give away some things, but you always keep the nuggets to yourself. And what I mean by that, this sort of face covering, sunglasses you see like at Ravi, Tom Hall, a lot of the top pros. There's little things that have been discussed, maybe in small circles, but never shared, regarding micro expressions on the face. And I feel like a leak has come out. Someone that within that circle that's getting this information, shouldn't be sharing it, is sort of told someone and it's spread. And people have heard about it, and now that's why you see a lot more people covering their face wearing sunglasses in this day and age, and it's come in a lot more than last year. And I actually feel there's been a leak. As I say, you always share some information, but you always keep the golden nuggets to yourself that you don't want to share to anyone because you've got an advantage. And I feel like the last year there's been a leak of that. We're going to go to this one.
So we've got Susan with the ace 4, been called by the king 10 off. In the big blind. It's the ace on the turn, but
just fading jack.
Not dead. Good for a double now. And leapfrogs 2 of the other ladies' stacks by that double up, so tight at the bottom really.
Yeah, but then you go to the flip side of it, like you say, maybe people aren't looking at you, but it's more when you're playing against Chipwick and Foxen to cover your face and maybe your eyes. Some people that stare you down constantly and are just looking at you, any sort of expression. But I honestly,
I don't even think it's always that, if I'm being honest, Jay. I think it's also a confidence thing that you can look at other people without them knowing.
Yeah,
so
I guess,
if you've
yeah.
got glasses on, for instance, it's not always about what you're trying to hide, it's what you're trying to gain from it, from others. So it's a flip reverse of sometimes what others think it might be, you know. Yeah, gonna gain your edges any way you can, right? And if that's hiding tells or seeking tells in a more discreet manner, then yeah, whatever helps. So we've got Anne now all in with ace 10 off, +2. Leah with the king queen off, fold, solid. Ace 6 fold, solid. You know, these are, and another ace 6 fold. So they're all making good decisions with that hand. No one wanting to risk going out now or losing the chips, doubling up another shorty. With the stack depth being fairly shallow at the bottom there, it's, you know, one double up with them risks the medium stacks that will have potentially done the doubling and they become the short stack. So it's a cagey affair at the moment.
A bit of a waiting game.
Can I just do a shout out to Kat, because we actually met 10 years ago. It's our 10-year anniversary. We met at Goliath. We sat next to each other on our day one for the year that I came second, and we've remained really good friends ever since, and always meet up at Goliath. And I've watched her grow as a player, but she's become a mum in those years, and you keep in touch off the tables. Yeah. And she sort of went missing in the game for a little while because she had children, and now she's just starting to get back. And she said to me, it's our 10-year anniversary. Like, yeah, so it's good to see her on the final table, because that's the thing with the game. You can take a break. You can go and, you know, live life, do other bits and pieces. You can always come back. And if you've kept in touch with the intuition part of the game, and you've perhaps added a little bit of study to your game, and kept the passion alive with the game, you can come back and final table, you know.
Hate to steal Cat's thunder, but I'm going to jump in. It's actually our 10 years since I known you.
Oh, is it?
At the grand final. I don't know if you remember
Happy
it,
anniversary,
but
Jay.
we were on the feature table together with Jake Cody at the grand final in 2016.
I don't remember.
Yeah, we were about, and I remember because it was my first time.
It wasn't during
it was the grand final of this year.
So it's not actually our 10 year.
It's this year. It's this year. Yeah, it's 9.5.
I wish you 10-year anniversary
at the grand
final.
Okay, but I remember because it was my first ever time playing on stream in a grand final, and you were on the table, and Jake Cody was on the table, and I was just like, whoa.
We will cut to this hand because Anne has raised with pocket aces. Holly is considering her options with deuces. Yeah, always a fold there. Good to see her make that fold with that stack. No need to start getting busy with small pocket pairs in early position. What's your thoughts on the raise size here?
Yeah, probably just go too big. Like,
Yeah,
like the thing about
I agree.
2.5 BB, say if you're Cat here in the big blind and you've got a hand, let's say like King 9 off, you're not going to defend it against 2.5,
Yeah.
but you might, or even King 10 off against 2. It just isolates a slightly stronger range.
And people tend to do this bigger sizing with the bigger hands, which also can be exploited. You know, when they then come in with a min raise, it can be exploited. Yeah, exactly. So you need to remain consistent. But you know, she's just now. So you can see her saying she had aces, and it's just gone fold, 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 fold. But they're the key spots that when you win hands, I find a lot of people will talk about hands they lose and study hands they lose, but actually I find sometimes it's better value to be studying the hands you win and seeing if you could extracted more value from your hand, and you know, how could you have proceeded differently to get more from it. And certainly in that spot, perhaps if she'd have min raised, the action may or may not have been different. But you know, it's those kind of things.
Believe it or not, Mokasama saying what tail do you get from the mouth? There's actually a few, but you get like at the top of the game, the live field, there's circles, they all know each other, they all chat, but they keep it to themselves. They don't go sharing these things. Like on the stream, I try and relay 70-80% of information I know, but I will always keep some back because I don't want to give the golden nuggets out. I'd literally go outside, the regulars would tie me up, put me in the back of the van and drive me away. So I try and give like 70-80% of stuff out to help people and try and improve and get better.
He's already given you all too much.
Yeah, but
made
like,
our lives harder. But yeah,
the top nuggets in the game, which a lot of people should keep to themselves. But I feel like in the last year, something's been leaked regarding micro expressions on the face.
We need to cut to this now. We have got
Yep.
an all-in from Mary with Ace King suited. We've got Cat with the Jacks in the small blind. Oh, sorry, Elizabeth has raised to 70 and Mary has gone all in over the top. And Cat is all in for less with Jacks. So this is just a cooler. And we're going to see who flips best. Because I imagine that, well, we know Anne has actually folded. The stream just needs to catch up. And then Elizabeth, I'm assuming, will fold as well. She doesn't really want to damage that stack. No need to be getting involved when you've got an all-in and a pull behind. So, Jacks v Ace King.
She don't want to look. She don't want to look. She's done it. I love it. I really like it.
Ace King suit against Jack. Yeah, that goes on there, yeah. Yeah? Good luck.
Oh, the 9-10 would have flopped 2 pair, but the Jacks are safe currently.
You good?
You good?
Jacks would have rivered a higher 2 pair from the 9-10 anyway, so Jacks get the double up.
Big double up for Cat.
Yeah.
Just even getting up to 14 gigs here.
And have leapfrogged a lot, so up to 4th in chips now.
Oh, she was a great player, talking about Sophia Lofgren. Welbet's home game, used to play it most Sundays on PKR. She used to have a home game on a Sunday. Wellbet was her online name. That's where I started on PKR. But she was, I don't know where.
That used to have all the graphics where you could set up your character and is it that one?
Yeah. When you used to be all in and you could press stand up and your character would stand behind his chair, put his hands on his hips.
I used to log on and I'd spend so long changing my outfit and sorting all that out that then I'd have no time to play. I was just having a little outfit change and deciding what I was going to do.
Purchasing some chip tricks with your tokens.
And then I'd sit there just doing the fanning out of the chips.
Yeah, purchasing
obviously
chip
I
tricks and
wasn't
stuff like that.
into it back then. I was more into fashion.
Yeah, one of the OGs, PKR.
Yeah.
It was a small pool of players, of regulars, but
I
wonder what she's doing now. Blast from the past, Sophia Lofgren, very good player.
I do that now, to be honest. I'm like, please do that. And I say,
yeah, of course, that all in there, the Ace King and the Jacks, it's as standard as anything, especially at them stacks. There's nothing you can do. That's poker, that's going to happen.
And here, big hand, blind
That's
on
how
blind.
tournaments conclude because of those kind of clashes.
This comes down to stack depth here, what we're going to do as Anne. If the big blind has less than 15, we're probably just fine
She's
to
just
jam.
all in, yeah.
All in. Play all in.
Hollywood 8-9.
Yeah, one more time.
These will be in the
For the
map.
rack. Yeah, no, I think so.
someone else in his ear.
Yeah, I mean, standard fold there, it's perhaps a little bit wanting to make it look like she's got a decision there. Not sure, but tight at the bottom there. A few of them below 7 bigs, but close. The one thing I find with the ladies' game compared to the open field is, I would say, the majority of ladies are extremely patient.
Yeah.
Extremely patient. Like it does not faze them if they've gone down to 6, 7, 8 big blinds. They will wait so patiently for their spot. They understand the sort of a little bit more of the dynamics of other short stacks than the pressure that might come. I just find that more in the ladies' event than anywhere else. I don't know if that's a gender thing or just a generalisation, but yeah, it's definitely happens. No one forces that sort of no one lacks patience when in these situations, I find. Do you find that when you've played against ladies?
Yeah, I do find that, but this is what I usually say. If you are a lady and you do up the aggression, you can have a lot of success because people perceive you to be a lot tighter. Like if someone opens ace queen under the gun normal tournament and you're on the button as a lady and you 3-bet, people are folding ace queen because they're like, oh, I've opened under the gun. They've not got anything other than
I'm not so
ace
much.
king plus.
I'm not so sure that happens as much as you think it does. I'll be honest.
Is it just me that's been overfolding for the last 10 years?
I think that ladies have to. Well, I'll come back to that in a minute because we've got a 3-bet here from Elizabeth with the pocket tens. Oh, yeah, she's folded. That's fine. I would say that, in my experience, ladies have to find tougher hero calls because they're put into spots more frequently, and also like guys tend to have this much wider range. You get certainly what I experience from I can only talk about my hands, but I will get a lot wider of a range and upped aggression against me.
Yeah, but this is
from it.
But this is. I feel like it's not going to be all men. I feel like it's more the room temperature IQ men that are like, oh, I want to beat this girl. I want to show her a bluff.
Oh, it's not about showing bluff.
That's what I feel like. Some people are like, they're like, just want to beat you in a pot.
Yes.
And I've seen it. I've actually seen her at a table, and sometimes ladies, you just see people go after them for no reason.
Oh,
right?
yeah, there is a lot of that.
It's that, but most of the time they just give it to them. They're trying to go after them. They just give it to them. Love to see jam from Elizabeth. Folding around to her blind on blind. Leah is very short in the big, so it's a nice spot to move all in. Very good jam.
Yeah, love that. Maximum pressure. And a nice raise and take, increasing her chip lead, significant chip lead now. Double the next stack basically, so everyone becoming a little more handcuffed.
But going back to that, I feel like it's like a certain type of man that sort of much wider against a lady because they want to beat you in the pot. Like
I mean, the type is a man.
Yeah. Well, I don't actually.
I'm joking. I am actually joking.
I don't feel
before
like that's
the
everyone.
chat box goes mental. I am joking because I will play against anyone. But yeah, it does happen.
There's
it's
certain
a really
types,
strange thing.
But the thing is, like people that are playing this game to make money, they're just looking at you as another poker player.
Yes.
Like I'm at a table later, I'm looking at her another poker player
Yeah.
and seeing what she's doing and how she's playing,
Of course.
assessing her exactly the same as I'd assess anyone else at the table.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking, just because she's a lady, I'm going to play different against her, because that's probably not the approach you want to take if you want to do well in this game.
I think we're all guilty of when you sit at a live poker table, you make assumptions based on who they are, what they look like, what gender they are, all of these things, what age they are. It's just natural. That's being a human. That's natural. I'm going to press pause because we've got an all-in and a call. Susan's called all in with ace 9 off, and Elizabeth has called with the queen jack off. It's not from many big blinds, so she's probably, you know, just going after that short stack. It's not going to damage a stack too much if it goes wrong. But it's clean so far. And Susan gets another double up. Up to 355 now.
Every time.
Leapfrogged again now, 12 big blinds. Much more playable. Got Leah as the short stack now with 3.8, but there's a couple not far from her at the bottom of that pack.
She got an orbit.
Yeah.
Could be some collisions.
Yeah. I was heads up with Leah the other night, and she made a massive comeback against me heads up when she was down to 2 bigs, because I was in the big blind and she, I was in the big blind for obviously one of them. When she goes all in for 2, I have to call. Doubles her up, then it happened again, double her up. So, and she came back, she got back level, she then took the chip lead. We were heads up for an hour and a half.
Oh, was she?
Yeah,
10-minute clock as well or something, wasn't it? Was
15,
it 15?
15-minute clock, so we were heads up, we played it out, and I think we both liked the experience of it actually. We were both playing properly, both going for it. It wasn't an easy battle by any stretch of the imagination, but we both appreciated the fact that we were playing to win and, you know, going for it heads up. So, you know, you can make a comeback with these short stacks.
Here we go again. We're going to have a lot of this with it being so shallow at the moment. No one busting. And with ace queen, Holly with the 9s.
Who will flip best now? We're going to get another shorty double up with the 9s? What do you reckon? I'm going to say...
considering I can see they got 70%, I'll have the 9s. You have the ace queen, Katie, and we'll have a drink on it, yeah?
Brilliant. I love ace.
I'm a maths man, you know that. Oh, well, there's a 9. Would you have that? I'll have a triple vodka.
It's not over yet. I've got diamonds.
You have backdoor wheel as well. Don't forget the old wheel.
Oh, yeah. Dear me.
Best and one.
So we've got another shorty doubles.
Nice and one. Yeah.
And Anne came into the final table as one of the chips. I think she was second in chips, right? Second or third. Chipped up.
She's not dead yet.
And that's how quickly things can change when the stack depth is shallow.
Well done.
Yeah, they've literally switched places, and Holly is now third. I have an online game every Wednesday night on Grosvenor, and actually this is quite a replica of the stack depths that plays out in that game. It's only a £5 game every Wednesday, 8 o'clock on grosvenorpoker.com if any of the ladies want to join in. And it's great at practicing the shallow stack depths, because sometimes you are at these big final tables and they do go shallow, and you need to understand how stacks a handcuffed, the ICM, how when one double it now you go from bottom to, you know, top kind of chip stack. It makes a massive difference.
The craziest thing about poker, Katie, what I see and seen watching thousands of streams, well not thousands but hundreds of streams, people make the most mistakes at a final table when you're playing for the most money. That is where most mistakes are made, at a final table. And if you can sort of learn a bit of ICM, understand risk premium, and just go down that sort of route, you're just going to have a massive edge when you get to this point, because not enough people study FTs and look at ICM and understand the logistics behind it. And I feel like people are like, oh, I'm playing 100 bigs, I'm good at 100 bigs, I play a bit of cash. Start of the tournament, you're nowhere near the money. But when all the money's there to be won, 70% of the prize pool here at the final table, this is when you don't want to be making mistakes. And most mistakes come at a final table.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I've definitely made mistakes at final tables, and you know, go away and learn from them. But you're right. That's where the most money is, at the final tables. That's where the biggest pay jumps are. It's going to affect your ROI more. All of these factors.
It's where you need to be the most meticulous, and believe it or not, it's where people are the worst. Because like right now, I don't really want to get into deep strat at this final table specifically.
Exactly, I know.
But Elizabeth has 31 bigs. Her strategy now, Katie, she should be V-pipping 100% of hands.
Yeah.
She should be making it 2 bigs with stuff like 9 deuce off, aces, kings, balance out polar, and she should shove everything else.
I couldn't agree with you more. This should be where all of those medium stacks are handcuffed, and the low stack, short stacks have to cool off and go for it. She should be putting maximum pressure on. And if it goes wrong, it's not her tournament life. You know, they've got to call off less. And the amount she's picking up every time, you know, because they're going to be fold. She's going to pick the one time that it goes wrong. Okay, she's going to give a bit back. Start again. Go. Leah now with the jacks, all in, 115k. In the hijack. Folds round. Sue will be folding these.
That got called for 3
Oh,
bigs.
sorry. Do you know what? I'm sorry. See, most mistakes are made at the final table.
Sue has let it go. She's made a very good fold.
I'm so sorry. I didn't.
Okay.
I had a brain
all good.
blip there where I didn't think about the stack.
I do it too sometimes.
Yeah.
Looking at a screen all
day.
But a bit of a bad beat for Leah there. We should be 80% to double up.
Yeah.
But what a fold off of that's with 3 bigs, just letting ducks go pair with 1 in. But she only had to put 2 more big blinds in. Didn't fancy it. Was right.
I was totally not even thinking about ads, but I just was like 115k, and yeah. And that's the thing as well. You know, I know we make mistakes, comms booth and that. These girls have been playing all day. They've been playing since midday. Like, it's a long day. They're gonna also be thinking about the fact that, you know, I know it's a long day. You've been here from 10 or so.
A bit later, but yeah, same. I've had a long day, but I'm fine. I'm good.
I was up till 4 a.m. doing their gift bag, so you know I've not slept much either. So
I've just got a bit of energy
do
today.
forgive us sometimes when we make mistakes.
Yeah.
It happens. I've made massive mistakes, and you know, it's just that kind of. I made several last year on this. Well, not this final table, but another final table that can be costly. You know. See that fold there, the Jack 10 suited.
So Leah's gone from 2.9 bigs, Katie, getting 2 jams through to nearly 8 big blinds.
Yeah, exactly. This is what Elizabeth should be doing, but Elizabeth is now missing she's not even at the table, but she's missing these opportunities to keep increasing her stack and put in a stack gap difference between her and the rest, so that once players start getting knocked out, if let's say for instance 2 short stacks collide and 1 gets knocked out, then she's not gaining any chips, but at this point she could be gaining those critical, you know, big blinds and antes, increasing her stack. I think they're all a little cagey at this point. It's just no one wants to be that first one out. Everyone's wanting to ladder, you know, the money. It's probably that.
Well,
let's see how she plays it. Let's see how this should be just a min raise, but let's just see how she plays it.
As I say, when we got 35
we've obviously just had a blind increase to 40k big blind. Like to see a min raise.
Yeah. So it's a spot where range wants
to
to
the raise is too big now.
Yeah, that is fairly chunky.
It's a chunky raise. It's unnecessary. It doesn't need it. All that's going to do is have a tidal wave for folds. You know.
This is
You're
like
not allowing anyone. Yeah, Mary's got off the hook there with ace 10.
And even Cat might
Cat's
get off
got
the
ace
hook
10
against this big size.
Should do. And does, but she wouldn't offer to a min raise. With that min raise, that gives her the opportunity to potentially shove, you know. And the thing is, if she's going to be doing that sizing with those monster hands, now she's got to do it with all of them. Otherwise, you can exploit her. So it's making sure that you're well balanced.
They sound like great friends.
But she does pick up the part. I think potentially she could have knocked a player out there with those. Potentially 2 players with the ace 10. Maybe the cat doesn't get involved if the first ace 10 goes with it, and perhaps cat goes with her ace 10 if the first ace 10 folds. So there was an opportunity there, but both let off.
I was thinking it looked really messy. Like it just messy stuff. Oh, it's because you put the ones in. Right. I thought.
Leah's a great ambassador, guys. What do you know about Leah? You said you played heads up there. Someone said she's got.
I didn't. I'll be
YouTube
honest.
channel.
I didn't know Leah. I didn't know anything about Leah until this week, and I've met her and found out that she does a YouTube channel. She's just been recently signed with GG as an ambassador for UK, and I know that she's more cash game player.
Oh, she's a cash game player?
She plays more cash game. That's how she's dipping her toe into tournaments and ladies tournaments in particular.
Okay.
She's just been out in Vegas and done some cash games and tournaments out there.
Nice.
We got on really well yesterday. We was doing some content. On Friday, I've lost track of the day. Friday we had a content day, and yeah, we got to know each other a bit more. Then that's when I met her, and she's passionate about the game. She studies it. She wants to, grow and do more and create content and get the game out there. So yeah, I've got a lot of time for her now.
If you want to get better and you want to put the work in.
I haven't watched her YouTube channel, by the way, because I've only just found out all of that about her. So I will do after this week. But, to me, if anyone's got anything out there and it's growing the game, then it's good.
Leah
I support
hates
it.
poker.
Yeah,
She's not hating it today, making a final table.
yeah. Bit of a tongue in cheek. Bit there.
Absolutely.
Like
So
She was just talking to me about a hand. Actually, she wanted my opinion on a hand that she played, and
Honestly, I
I
don't
got
mind.
whizzed away. So I didn't get to finish the hand review with her. But she's. It's good that she's seeking that kind. I like that. I like that she's asking and saying. And like I said, the heads up the other night, we battled hard. So
this is a unique situation where we actually get direct price in terms of chip EV, but maybe we have to fold because of the ICM and the rest of the stacks at the table. Because if we double an up here, we've suddenly got 8 bigs as Tina, sitting pretty in second in chips. Like chip EV, when the price is right and you get into 2-1 or over on the call, you have to call it off. But when ICM is involved, things are going to change because decisions come from making money, not making chips. And now Tina suddenly going to be with 8.5 BBs unless we see a brutal run out for Anne here. Well, this would be sick.
Oh, this is
The run in 10 show.
Right, what do you need? What you call it? What you call it?
Got to be 10 of hearts, isn't it?
3 of hearts.
10 of hearts.
The board does pair, luckily for Anne.
Come on!
She's learning as she goes. That's what her challenge is about. Trying to build a bankroll and increasing stakes. And if she's trying to learn, hopefully it goes a long way.
And I would say someone's just mentioned Frankie in the chat, Frankie Green. There are some honestly amazing female players out there right now.
Most improved lady in the last year.
Yeah,
Frankie.
and really goes for the game, the studying. She's there's several to be fair. Amber's another one, Amber Sullivan, Frankie. There's players here, obviously Leah. There's ones that you don't necessarily hear about and know, but behind the scenes, there's so much poker being played elsewhere other than just on this stream. And in the ladies' community, there's a lot of support for the lower stakes. That there's a lot of positive stories, let's say, and successes that I think we all hear about the bigger successes, and actually there's a lot out there that are I regard successes being when someone's fired one bullet and cashed and earned a profit, and they're growing in the game, and they're consistently doing that, or they consistently making final tables, or they're leveling up in their, like Leah's, playing cash games and trying to level up in stakes, and they're all successes. They're all successes. And
Someone you haven't mentioned who I think deserves a mention regarding the ladies. She has played unbelievable for a year since she's been on the scene. Marta, the Spanish girl that plays the tour.
Yeah, I see her today.
She plays very, very well.
There's loads out there. There's loads. And the thing is that we know a handful of the ladies through Grosvenor that play on regularly on the stream and in GUKPTs or in our MPLs. So the chat box are sort of more familiar with certain lady players, and I know I'm in the chat box sometimes when I'm at home and I'm online or whatever, and you ask about the same players, but there's so many out there that are doing well. There really are. And do you know what? They're not just growing in the game; they're growing in confidence. They're travelling more. They're leveling up their stakes. They're playing more regularly. They're doing well. We're actually, we're crushing.
Well, we got a big flip here. We got Anne against Holly, and it's King Queen suited for Anne against the Jacks of Holly.
I love that.
Another flip. I'm having the pair this time because it's Jacks. You can have the King Queen.
I might be getting 2 drinks. There's the King. Oi, oi. Sextuple JD and Coke coming.
No, Jack.
Jack for Holly. Can she find her one outer? One Jack in the muck.
Just the Jack of clubs.
It is not.
Oh, it is not. We've lost our first lady at the FT.
G, Holly Waits. Good run. Great to make the final 9 out of 200 odd players.
Yeah, just a standard flip. Short stack. Holly plays a lot in London. And has been playing a fair amount of time, I believe, so she'll be pleased to go to the final table. But yeah, there are a lot of really decent female players. We just don't always necessarily see them. You don't necessarily see them on the stream. You don't see them on your social media. But do you know what? Doesn't mean they don't exist. They are out there. And they're doing well. Yeah, Amber did have 2 massive wins in Vegas. I was out there with Frankie, Amber, and myself went out on a night out. We went to sorry. No, not Bracelet. No, she won the Venetian Ladies Event, and then she won the Daily Deep Stack. But like they're massive. It was like 1,200 field or something. But we went to see the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere.
Oh, how was that?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It's just like a giant cinema, but they're great company. So that's the thing as well. We're all friends off of the tables. Like we get on, we all support each other. We went out for a meal after the Sphere and we were chatting, and it's good. It's good fun, And there's enough room in this game for us all to do well and to grow. So for one, encourage it. Yeah, absolutely. There's enough tournaments out there for us all to have a little slice of and to be winning trophies left, right, and centre. As much as you are competing, you are also encouraging each other and supporting. That's really important.
I think Nicole disagree with that.
Amber won this event last year as well. She's our current reigning ladies champion, so yeah, she's doing well. I can claim that I was her coach as well for all of this happening, so it's good.
Here we go again.
Wow.
Pair versus ace jack suited.
That's insane.
The monster stack has finished, we were just told. 11-way chop.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that as Mary all in for our tournament live here with the sixes. Sixes holding thus far. So going to need to fade an ace or a jack. Mary doubles plus more.
Six is one. Forget you have that there, because I can't see it. I forget that's there.
I have no idea.
I see why you move.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think Elizabeth has kind of that someone in the chat has said, when's Elizabeth start getting married? I think the thing is now she's missed that boat of being the solo chip lead stack. Anne obviously is to her right, so she does have position on her, which is
massive.
Yeah. I was going to say mega. Yeah, it's mega that she's got position on her. So she hasn't. Once Anne's out the way, she still can open up, but she's not. It's not been brought into her remit at the moment, and the others are fairly close, I think. I don't know. I didn't quite catch that flash up then of the stacks, but they're all fairly shallow and close. So
I'm not going to bore you and jump into Fairyland this much, but basically now for Anne, she is actually meant to be pretty tight because if she opens, Elizabeth's now meant to get after Anne.
Yes.
Because of all these other short stacks at the table, and Anne just getting second place makes an extra 6k.
Yeah.
So
if Anne min raise, Elizabeth can just literally jam every hand, and or she can be extreme with it because it almost goes into like a satellite strategy where you don't need to be playing for. Well, there you go. There's the stack. So.
But this is what I'm talking about. Like your probability of finish top two now as Anne is pretty high with the rest of the stacks around you. So you don't really want to be tangling too much with Elizabeth. However, if you're aware that Elizabeth isn't aware of this herself, you can still have your open spots.
You can. This is exactly what I was about to say. If you can, we've been playing now a while, if you can spot that someone isn't taking that aggressive line with the chip lead, you can actually open up a bit more yourself and go after it. Okay, you might have to rein it in a couple of times if you do start getting through, but why not? I would.
It just comes down to it's very complex, but something called risk premium in these ICM spots, and basically you'll have different risk premium versus different players. And when risk premium is high versus an opponent, you don't really want to be getting involved against them. You just want to be playing top end. And then you flip it. If you are aware that someone has very high risk premium against you, you now actually get to play pretty mental against them. Like you'll see spots in ICM where chip leader against like an under the gun open with someone with massive risk premium, chip leader gets to defend 10-4 off in the big blind if they want. The range is just drastically changed.
That board was Queen 3-3-5, wasn't it? It wasn't another 3, so
it was a 5.
The dealer hasn't made an error there.
But then that can go out the window because then, let's say, for example, I'm playing in equilibrium land, everything's perfect. But when you are at a table where people aren't aware of this itself, let's say, for example, Elizabeth and Anne aren't aware of this, and Anne opens ace, whatever, Anne opens, and Elizabeth's got ace queen, and she's like, oh, this is a good hand, I'm all in. And then Anne just calls off pocket tens. Suddenly it all goes out the window because Anne's not meant to call off pocket tens, but if she does, then suddenly that strategy's got to change for us because we've got potential of having high risk against Anne and can potentially send ourselves out next when we are high probability for top 2 at the moment. Never thought I'd say the word equilibrium at 1:30 in the morning on a live stream. I'm enjoying this though. Different, something different. You get see a lot of this in hyper turbos online, these sort of stack depths. So if you are one that plays hypers, turbos, maybe some little things in here for you. The up 5 bigs, King Jack. She's in. And here we go. Alison, pocket nines. We got another flip on our hands. It's the GG Pro. At risk? No, she's not at risk. She's got a big blind back if she doesn't win this flip. Leah, in need of a king or a jack. Not quite there. We're going to need to go to the Tate Modern and find some paint. 10's also working. And it's paint on the river. Alison.
Alison
GG.
has been rivered and busted. Well played, Alison. I was actually sat next to her in this comp earlier. She was grinding a short stack for a while, so to get to the final, she's done well. She's done well there.
No advertising in the chat box, please, for Bacon Ruffles. I know you want to tell everyone about the app that you've got, but it's an all-in or fold app.
No, where is it on the chat? Sorry.
Funny you should mention that, Jay. Someone was showing me this app for all-in or fold.
Oh, right.
JTO.
Yeah.
But the lads have made an app for
I know, I
all-in or
was chatting
fold,
to him yesterday about it, yeah. It's reminded me, I haven't been on it, but it reminded me of the Snapshove app back in the day. Remember Snapshove? I don't know if that would have been.
That was, no, I was thinking who it was. Max Silver.
Yes, it was.
I was trying to think
Yes.
who it was. That's why I went into the quandary there.
I was thinking, would that have been before your time or not? But no, showing my age now. Yeah, I think they will all be picking their spots well, but I don't think they will necessarily be as familiar with like this really shallow stack depth, and several of them at the shallow stack depth. So it's puts a little bit of a different spin on it. Let's just say. So now that a few of the stacks have consolidated, it's, you know, you haven't got any of these like 2 or 3 big blinds. It's started. I think it's also important to mention that, you know, if you start forcing action yourself, you're then allowing others, you're then the one making the error and allowing others to then potentially ladder you. So, Leah's got jacks now. This is the thing, the stack reversal with just a couple of hands is massive.
I wonder if Leah can find two. No, she's gone with jam. I was just about to say, like, in these situations, when you look at it in theory, solvers, you don't actually see much shoving from gun off anything more than 12 bigs, unless you're chip leader, you cover everyone heavily and you play some open jams. But the idea of making it 2 bigs here, you want the big blind to defend something like 7-8 suited. It's got 20% against us. Let's get that in with position. 20% equity. We want 9-7 suited defend. Get Jack 8 suited in there. No reduced combos, but gonna be like here, for example, Elizabeth would defend Queen 9 suited against 2 big blinds, but cannot call a jam.
It's exactly this scenario. This is perfect example.
But this is when you get to these sort of stack depths, you need a split range, and what I mean by that, you want a 2 big blind range and you want a jam range. From gun, it is 7 max at the moment. I guess we can still have some open shoves, but it's good to have polar opens. And what I mean by polar, your worst of your opening range and your best, your aces, kings, jacks, ace, queen suited, ace, king.
I think that's probably a little bit of a cash game background as well, creeping in that, you know.
To be fair, if she
a
only
cash
plays
game
cash,
player would be feeling very short stacked at this point, and
Yeah,
and you would
would
look at
they?
premium. And also, do you know what? It's also part of the factored in, or potentially not factored in, the fact that she's what her current stack now represents across the table with against the others, because she's literally just had that double up. So she may not have quite equated that in her head or balanced that out, and just be in a shove mode, in all-in shove mode. So I think once that settles, she'll then adjust.
So someone asks, what do you mix in for value? I'm guessing you mean bluffs and the 2 big blinds open. But the thing is, when the ICM's extreme, the first and main reason from gun that we like to open, you see spots when it gets extreme, gun opening off for like 7, 8 big blinds in some spots, because you've got the rest of the table to get through. Let's say we open, it goes jam, jam, jam. We can still fold. We don't have that opportunity when we open jam ourselves. But what we'd probably be mixing in, we'd probably start at 12 jacks through aces, ace king, all 16 combos, ace queen suited. And then we'd open jam hands like ace jack, pocket 10s, pocket 9s. And then to balance out the 2 BBs, we're going to have some stuff like queen jack off, ace 10 off potentially in this ICM scenario. But that's kind of the idea. King queen off could potentially be another one.
We'll just jump to this hand because Susan's all in with the ace 5 off in the hijack, and Anna's called with pocket 3s on the button. Susan hits the ace. So fading one of the last 3s, she'll get that double up.
Yes, she will.
Up to 610. Remember, she was all in for 85k.
Yes, she was. Come on, Susan.
She's won all of her all-ins. She's folded some. I saw her fold pocket 5s under the gun earlier. She's also picking her spot. She's not necessarily going with pocket pairs in early position. She'd rather go with an ace 5 in on the button where she's got less people to get through. Sorry, in hijack. So, yeah.
Good question, Cornish. Actually, got me a bit stumped, to be fair. How do you adapt to potential underrays? I know opening jack-jack that hand would not affect it, but would you jam if there was a stack that had 2.9 BBs, or would you open to 3 BBs? So what Cornish is saying, if Leah opens to 2 bigs there, someone's got 2.9 bigs, they re-shove over the top. Now Leah can't reopen the action, so now potentially we can go three-way with Elizabeth in the big blind and split an equity three-way, never a good thing. So I'm actually a bit stumped. I'm not sure. It's a very good question because you've even got my cogs turning here. But I'm guessing logically, I still think we're fine to open to 2 BBs, because even going three-way, it just means the likelihood of that player busting becomes, like, probability becomes higher when we go three-way, so we still have potential to ladder. So I'm guessing 2 bigs is still going to be fine. I could be wrong. It's a very good question. You've sort of stumped me there.
We'll come back to that in a minute, because Elizabeth has got aces now. We've seen her open larger with kings previously. She's now on the button with aces. I think this is a dreamy spot for it to look like a button still. And hopefully one of the blinds wakes up with something and comes over the top. We've already seen the big blind in this situation earlier on the final table. Remember where she 3-bet the offsuit 8-3 or 8-5?
Yeah, she went, got after it. But 3x, Katie, is
it's
just
too big. It's the exact. Oh God, sorry, I've just moved all of this stuff. Yeah, it's the same scenario. She does not letting her be able to come over the top.
Yeah, it should be a
fold. Yeah.
Quick question from Will. Well, under the gun with 12 bigs, I'm shoving to protect my hand. When you look at it theory-wise, Will, because if you're one that runs some simulations and you delve into solvers, you'll generally see at final tables ICM, people don't open shove from under the gun of anything less than 11 bigs. And it just comes down to, when you're an FT, this is where all the money is. Let's say our under the guns, we are playing some under the gun shoves. We've got the whole table to get through. Whereas if we're making it 2 big blinds, you've got collision factors that occur behind. Someone can jam, someone can call, we can then fold, we can ladder. at final tables, the thing that a lot of people get wrong, they play closer to chip EV. They make their decisions for chips, whereas at final tables, all your decisions want to be money-based. We make decisions to make money, not chips, and that's the big difference between cash games and tournament poker when you get to this stage.
I mean, I'm a massive field player. That's how I started out. Jay's massive GTO, and I think nowadays you do have to have a certain amount of blend of both.
Yep.
You can't just always do the same thing because of a GTO line when a certain player in the blind is never going to respond in the manner that you are expecting from a GTO chart. So you have to adapt. You do have to adapt.
You need a mix of both.
You know, if someone's sticky in the big blind, you may need to size up a little bit so that they have to perhaps call not so wide, and you know, things. I don't know. It's let's get a bit of blending in the live game because we're not all computers. I'm a massive believer in that. I know that Jay will always go along a theory line,
it's
and
good to have the. I don't always.
And it's also the one thing that I will say in the chat box or to the chat box that are asking the questions is that there's certain lines that will be different dependent on stack depth, dependent on how many players are at the table. Obviously, range is wider when there's less players at the table. We could be talking about a range that's 9-handed, and then when we go 6-handed, we have adapted in our brains to start considering those factors. But we're not necessarily saying all of it out loud because we're just, you know, it's busy with each hands. But you do have to consider all of the stack depths, the positions, how many players you're playing against, what the player tendencies are, and also how are you viewed at the table? What's your VPIP? How are people going to respond and adapt to you and how you've been playing? So you need to consider a lot within a little time, and it's very rare that someone's going to be able to calculate all them considerations in a rapid time and play perfectly as a result. That would be my analysis on a lot of the.
I just feel like when you've done a lot of studying, to be fair, I'm very lazy these days. It's been a while since I used to drill it like I did, but when you've done a lot of studying and you have that base, you can always go to it. You're playing against a Stato, you're playing against a Tom Hall. You can go to that, but when you're at a table and you pick someone out and you think, oh, this guy is playing too passively. Now you can start dipping into wider free bets. You can start making some sizes that aren't a thing in theory because you're exploiting. You've recognised that this person maybe isn't calling big bets, but they're calling small C bets. So even if we get a board that we have no big bets on in theory, now we can veer away from this and go down the exploit line and start big betting boards against a person that's very sticky against small bets, but against big bets, they're overfolding. It's little things like this. It's all about hybrid. Knowing when to have that good fundamental game theory base and then knowing when to step away from it. Like you're looking at a spot. Great example. Hijack open. You open an ace-5 suited in the hijack. You get a 3-bet by the button. You have 30 bigs. The solvers will tell you to jam pure. They will say, you're all in with ace-5 suited. So now you open the hijack with ace-5 suited. Someone that's played one hand in 4 hours 3-bets you. You're not going to 4-bet jam ace-5. You're not going to 4-bet jam the ace-5 suited. It's all about understanding when to go to your GTO, well, game theory, and when to come away from it. And I feel like that's what the best players will do. But if someone that's really tight 3-bets you on the button, and you've got ace-5 suited, hijack button, 30 bigs, it's a pure jam. You run this spot in a solver, it will tell you ace-5 suited is all in 100% of the time. But you're not going to take it against the guy that's played one hand in 4 hours. You're just not. So just got to understand when to stay with it and when to come away from it.
I just want to pick up on a couple of the comments in the chat box where people are saying about, you know, she's playing like it's in a WSOP final table covering her mouth and, you know, behind the glass, blah, blah, blah. I think that you should always play as if it means something to you. And if that means covering a tail or, you know, finding an edge on a piece of information, then why would you not? I don't really understand why people would play differently at different levels. This is a big final table. It might not be the World Series final table, but it is a prestigious annual event and a big final table, and these girls want to win it. So why would they not cover a particular area if they think that that's going to give a read or give a tell or be a weakness to their game? You know, I think that it's important to... There's people that mentioned this on my table in a £100 monster stack yesterday, where someone was wearing glasses and someone said, oh, you know, why are you wearing glasses? Just let them wear what they're comfortable in. It's fine. Let them do their mannerisms. They're practicing and they're remaining the same regardless of what table they're at. I think that's a good thing. I think it's really positive.
I love this from Cov Poker. Why is everyone clinging on to a ladder? The next money, doubling to 5BB to 10BB, better than 3BB to 6BB. Play for first place. Now, I love this when people say, I'm playing for first, because all they're telling you, sorry, Kate, all they're telling you, Katie,
I'm that tower.
I've been here 14 hours nearly, so I'm on a bit cruise control. But all people are saying when they say, oh, I'm playing for first, they're just admitting they're playing bad poker. And that's all it is. We're playing a game at the end of the day. The idea of a game is to play it the best you possibly can. And if you're playing for first, you're not playing it the best you possibly can. The idea is to make money in this game.
Yeah.
And by playing for first, when you're a middling stack, you're not making the best decision. And that's all it is. Because I love it when people say that, I'm playing for first, I'm playing for first. You're just telling me you play bad at a final table. That's all you're telling me.
Absolutely.
Nice unlock.
So Mary with the kings, King Jack suited for Anne.
Just like you were answering his question, but you're not. Yeah.
Always a sweat. Queen of spades on the turn. Aces and nines not working. Mary suddenly up to 1.1 mil and Anne left with sub 3 BBs.
Never easy.
You've got to anti-swear. You've got to anti-swear.
Never easy.
That's what it is. From a short tag.
Yes, has he? But I'm not gonna, like I say, it's the ladies. We let these girls do their own thing. I'm not really gonna delve. I know I've gone into it a bit. I can't help myself. Been here 14 hours. Sometimes I need to throw some strat out there, but.
I'll take that. All right, bro. Yeah, cheers. Nice. Thank you. Take your friend with luck I gave you, isn't it?
Yeah, they were lucky days.
They were, yeah.
Yeah. We're going now. 2 ribbons for tonight, and then.
Oh no.
Got a pair on the buttoner's hand. 3 big blinds. Annoying for Leah. We've got to call this off. Or is she not? It depends on Leah's stack actually as well. I said earlier the cusp was 3 bigs or less. This is slightly north of 3 bigs. Maybe got the old 8-4, 8-3 off as Leah. But any paint card, anything suited, connected. We've only got to invest 2 more big blinds. But these spots are going to be tough for someone that plays cash predominantly. Going to be in a lot of situations they've never been in before and unaware of what to do. Oh, she's got the dust as well. I said she might have some dusty 8-4 off. Weren't far off with 7-4 off. But it's 3 bigs. And she does call it off. And she'll love what she sees. The fakest flip in the history of poker. 7-4 off against the 3s.
Statistically, it's the only one.
And look at this. So 7s and 4s still working, but we can also make a straight now up and down. Brick on the turn. And Jack of Spades on the river. So Leah going to be back down to 4 and doubling up.
I'd always shout for 3 of hearts, but not today. Not today.
Mate, I love it.
He was in better shape than what you thought, though.
Yeah, I thought I had 2 overs and didn't think I would have.
This is a...
Up the list!
Once again, all mystery bounty players, can start to return to seats. 3 minutes is 3 minutes.
Double well going. Sorry, mate. Can't let you pick it right.
Yeah, it seems really close, mathematical. It really does, because once again, for chips, slam dunk call, got to invest 2 big blinds more, getting over 2 to 1 on our money. But the way these stacks are situated, I feel like you'll see some things in ICM where you actually get to like 3-bet 40% of your stack and fold because of the opportunity to make money. So it's hard for me to say without actually running it, the configuration myself. But I feel like it would be pretty close. But them 2 bigs, when there's 5 players with sub 10 are actually very valuable. But without actually running the configuration, it's hard to know, because generally 3 bigs we've got to call off, 2 more to call. But as I say, saving them 2 bigs essentially gives us an extra orbit. And with the stacks being as low as they are, maybe we make more money from folding. But if it is a fold, it's probably pretty close, because we'd call 7-4 suited. We have to call suited. But we'll come back to that. This should be a chop, I'm hoping.
I don't mind a chop.
6 on the river. The problem is, I have done no work when the average stack is this low final table. I need some hyper turbo bosses in the chat, really. People that are used to getting to this sort of situation where average stacks like 12 big blinds, and that's the average. I need some of these wizards to help me out. But I feel like logically it probably is a fold, just because we gain another orbit, and the way the rest of the stacks are and how this is playing, we probably just make more money from folding.
My mum is on the bubble in the
Come
red
on, Sue.
tooth.
I saw your dad for the first time in 2 years, and do you know what he said to me?
Did he
So I
say
said
you've
hello.
lost some timbers?
No. He called me a liar.
What?
He was like, "You liar!" I think, and I was like, and I go. He literally goes, "You liar, you liar." I never said that. I went, "You told me I put on a bit of chunder. I remember you told me." He went, "No, I told you you'd put on a bit of timber." And then he went, and then he goes, "And I was being polite." That's what he said to me. He goes, "No, I told you put on a bit of timber," and then he goes, "And I was being polite."
Yeah, he did. He did. I was with him. I remember being standing there. I was there, but I think he should have said you've lost it now, because I said to you in Vegas you look like you've lost weight.
Yeah, it's just
it's just the stress
just
of
the
Vegas.
stress of Vegas, ain't it? So Leah, all in here against Kat with the King 10 of Hearts. Kat with Ace Deuce.
You're the most aggressive out of all of them. I'll give you that.
Who has the short? Right, so Cat's all in. Sorry, I'm just sat back down. So yeah, 3 bigs. Never easy, is it? Hits the ace, but still not dead. Draw into a jack for a straight. Oh, straight away on the turn.
No way out of this for Kat.
Poor Cat. Oh God, and just for rubs, it's the another ace. That is grim. Unlucky Cat, but very well played. And really lovely to see her as well.
Yeah, thank you, Ross. As a self-proclaimed hyper-turbo boss, it's a foul. It's like when I'm in the booth, it's hard to know. There was a spot where Leah had three big blind shove button. Leah had 7-4 off in the big blind, 2 bigs more to call. And obviously the chips have to call 3 bigs, but with the ITM and the rest of the stacks, I thought maybe we actually fold and make more money with the collisions that can occur because we get the extra orbit. But as I always say on stream, if I'm not sure, I'll always tell you guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff I've put work in.
None of us know everything. It's absolutely impossible.
Ask me cut off versus button. And give me cut off versus button all day of the week, and then I'm flying. Cut off versus button. Let's go. But it's impossible to know everything. So when I'm not sure, I will always say I'm actually not sure about this spot, and I always try and get some help from the chat, as I did. Yeah. But you can't go away and you can't look at everything. You just got to use logic, and that's why this game's so great. Because unless you're a cyborg, you're not going to know what to do in any given spot. You're going to get unique scenarios every day, and you just got to be logical about it.
I always think with this, it's fine if you can reason why you're doing something. You're more than halfway there. You know, everything comes down to the why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Work out the why before you then work out the what and the how. So, Kat choosing to be all in with the 9-5 off under the gun. Obviously hasn't got quite even a big blind left. So with this shove, she will pick up the ante as well. Whereas if she left it till the next hand, she would only be, there wouldn't be an ante involved. Less in the pot to potentially win.
Yep,
However,
okay, perfect.
I was just about to say, however, what would Jay do? Would you be?
No, we're in here. We have to be in. Because
Me too.
once again, we're just chatting about this one. So
I didn't want to put words in your mouth.
Because
But
you
exactly that.
worded it perfectly. You had me nodding along to you as you said that. But basically, if Kat waits a hand, she's got to post that she has the opportunity to win someone else's ante and big blind. Whereas next hand she's forced in the big, she only gets to win her own back. But it's great to actually win someone else's.
There's a lot of people that would see this though and think 9-5 off.
But it's
under
the right
the
play.
gun.
It's the right play.
Sorry, I need
The only way it wouldn't be the right play is if, say, someone was forced all in the small blind next hand, like but the big blind would call off anyway.
This is where the stack depth and those sort of considerations have to come into play. Whereas if someone saw 9-5 off shoving under the gun, then they would be thinking this is a crazy play and really loose and really wide under the gun, out of position, blah blah, and all the rest of it. You have to consider that stack depth. You have to understand the logic behind the play. She is up against two massive hands.
She got out some direct.
Yeah, she can hit now a 9 or a 5. King on the turn. Now, only a 9 she can hit, and
Jack would be a fun result. But it's an 8 of diamonds.
Doesn't, so 10's hold, and in that part, and Elizabeth has now dropped to under the million mark. Very tight at the top there. Oh, that just flashed off without me seeing it.
Yeah, I think so. No, but I think that's the right thing.
For 2 o'clock in the morning, it's still very busy out there in the Goliath hole with that red tooth event going on.
And you'll come second. No.
Anne's coming first. What the hell?
Oh, sorry. Come on. But you guys look like you're having fun. All of you guys look like you're having fun.
It's a great time.
Exactly.
It's fun up here.
And you guys are all exceptionally well, by the way. To be there.
Nice diversity, yeah.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, you go.
Is it not better to quintuple, Brandon, rather than 1.5x the next hand? Thoughts, please. Because we quintuple, don't we, from gun? If we get called, we quintuple. Whereas next hand, we 2.5x our stack. So for the future, with no one, if we're assuming no collisions occur, surely it's better to quintuple an any 2 range than it is to 2.5x an any 2 range next hand in the big. If that makes sense. I don't often disagree with Brandon, he's probably right, but just logically, do you not want to quintuple a stack with an any 2 range rather than 2.5x a stack with an any 2 range? Thoughts, please? But would they not be, says with these stacks, decent chance someone does, but would they not be aware that the big blind's forced all in next hand? Surely if you're sitting there with 5, 6 bigs and you go, oh, this lady's all in next hand, I'm just going to fold.
Okay, so I think the bubble was bursting the red tooth, and I think they're bagging up now for day 2. Going back tomorrow, so
Because what we got, hold on, I'm just thinking 57 times 2, 114 plus 150. Yeah, you essentially quintuple, just shy off. But then the following hand with your ante in there, well, no ante in there, your big blind goes, doesn't it? 57. Yeah, but it's. $57 plus 57 plus the. Okay, you're assuming it's the big blind that calls, but if someone else calls, that's not in the blinds, we do go up to 5 BB. So then we're with 4 in the big. Whereas next hand we go to 2.5 BBs, right? Assuming it's not the small blind that calls with no ante. I'm disagreeing with Brandon here. I'm probably wrong, but I'm just thinking about it logically. He's saying that it could be a likelihood of a bust out next hand, but if you're sitting there and you see someone's forced all in, I think you're going to be pretty tight. It was 1 pip out for Brandon. Brandon would have gone with 6-9. We all know Brandon would have gone with 6-9, Michael. Thank you for your input.
Not knowing the words.
The king got 5 suited for Susan.
$510. I said 4. No, I said 4. Cool. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Alright, good luck.
So we got to flip Susan with the king 5 suited against the 4s of Leah. And there's a king. Leah needing a 4. Awesome running hearts.
and it's a 9. So Susan doubles. Leah back to shorts that 1.4 bigs. Life support. And on 4.8, so whereabouts is the button now? So it's going.
I'm just thinking about this, but if we make the assumption big blind's calling everything anyway, you say most hands jam here, but not any 2. Surely like 7 deuce off and 9-5 off and 10-7 are off going to have the same equi against 2 over cards, or whether it's 2 in between us. So does it really make that much difference? Is there not more merit in having like an extra 2.5 BBs? And then double next hand, we're now up to like 12-13. The exponential's there. It's I don't know. I'm just trying to get my head around it. Why on earth? Why it wouldn't be in any 2 range? That's what I'm questioning. Assuming that assuming that everyone else is me and Ravi all over again at the Vic. We had a heated debate about a spot, but this is fine. This is very mellow.
I haven't heard of any of it, I'll be honest. That's why I'm not answering any of it, because I've been head elsewhere. So I've been in and out of the room, so I've not heard any of it. So Jay sounds like
if someone can logically explain it to me why it's better. Like
I don't know what it is you're talking about.
We're talking about the 1 big blind sub 1 BB jam with the any 2 under the gun, and I thought we want to go with any 2 because of the future game in it, and go into 5 bigs is better than next hand winning that all in with what's going to be an any 2 range anyway, because we're blind.
I would think so as well. What's the argument against?
I just don't like.
What's the argument
don't like
against?
disagreeing with Mr. Shields. No, he's saying because essentially we lose our ante next hand and we go into the big and we lose an ante anyway.
Someone's just asked me how I got busted. I mean, you don't really want to hear the bad beats, but I got rivered. I had ace king, got it in on a king eye flop and got rivered. So for absolute chunks, double average pot, and I had chips remaining behind. I had the lady covered and I had been the aggressor. She called off her stack and ended up winning the pot, and I didn't manage to spin up my short stack as a aftermath of the carnage. Nothing particularly fun about it, so it is what it is. Ace, deuce, v king, queen hits the ace. So is Leah going to get the double up to survive? And
yes, dead on the turn for Susan.
Yeah. Leah 3.1. Crucial double up there.
I just like to be Ross. I just like to be Ross. A long day. I just like to be right, Ross. That's all it is. And like when I'm relaying information to a lot of people on the stream that watch in and tune in regularly, like when I'm not sure about a spot, I always ask. But when certain spots occur, I like to be relaying the correct information. So that's why I'm questioning it, saying too insignificant a difference to spend so much time thinking about this. But once I understand the logic, then it clicks. Then we're all good. Then we move on. But when I can't understand the logic behind it, I'm like, what's going on? But people, this is what I'm saying 10 to 20% of the time we get a ladder and end up in a similar spot after the blinds. But people surely are aware that we're going to be forced in next hand. So are we really going to get a ladder? Unless we get some setup in the cards. That's sort of what I'm struggling with. Like you're saying about the collision and the ladder. That's where you pulling 10 to 20% from. If we fold 10 to 20%, I know you got a question mark behind it the time we get a ladder, because I just feel like that percentage is too high, way too high if people are aware of the situation. Didn't think be discussing a one big blind shove spot for this long at the ladies FT.
The thing is, that's probably where it's going to happen the most. You know, them kind of these sort of tournaments where it goes a particularly shallow depth and the stacks are swingy back and forth, and someone ends up with a one big.
Come on, Anne. Let's go, Liz. Come on, Anne. Come on.
What to do about nothing here. Hoping that no one busts in this manner.
Chop it up.
Oh, boo. Diamonds about. Diamonds about. Give us a spade. Spade.
And slop it up.
Well done, ladies. Great for the game. It's a chop. Come on.
Nice hand.
Yeah.
You still get some chips, though. We still get some chips. Come on. Take that. 11 big blinds. Hey. 82 is all.
There we go. Zen Red Bull puts it perfectly. End of the day, if you make a huge mistake with a 1 BB stack, worst EV loss is like 0.04 of a BB. But, as I say, I just like to be right a lot of the time.
Thank you.
If I'm relaying information to everyone.
Let's make a deal, boys. Come on. No deal. No deal. I'm joking. You're going for the fucking win. I'll be honest with you, and it's my favourite.
I'm not disagreeing with that mathematical. I'm really trying to just get the logic behind it.
I've got my real over there, you're the fan favourite.
Because the argument I'm making is if someone is aware that someone's forced all in next hand, they're just playing top end. Maybe not even playing top end.
Oh, I see how it is.
Like how often does a bust out actually occur when someone's forced all in at an FT the very next hand? Someone in check across the internet for me, please. How many times it's happened? And all in, 6 BBs, King Jack for Susan. Can you find out for me, Brandon? He said he's not certain.
Do you call here? Susan? King Jack off, big blind, half your stack.
Depends on the rest of the table. I feel like with Leah and is it Tina? So it's Tina and Anne.
I like the fold. I mean, the big stack. There's 12 big blinds now. This is so shallow. They are. No one's got after it in terms of when they've been that chip leader, and this whole final table for me would have played out massively different if Elizabeth, when she had that double stack chip lead against second place, had really gone after it. There would be far fewer players now at the table. There would have been a lot more sort of aggression and carnage being created, and it hasn't. It's the chip leaders now with Susan, and yeah, it's very different. It's being played cautiously. They're picking their spots. They're, no one wants to bust. They're all laddering, but at some point earlier, it could have changed. There could have been difference. Agree?
Yeah. Exactly, Michael. We like to question. We're curious. We're human beings. We like to ask why. And I'm still trying to get my head around why. But Brandon will run it, and he will let me know. And then I'll come in tomorrow and I'll go, Brandon was right. As always, as he always is. But it's good to ask questions. I remember Brandon in the Vic, he played a spot against Medi, pocket 8s against pocket 9s, and I was very confused how the hand played out, and I just went and had a chat with him, and he explained it to me, and understood it, and understood the logic behind it, and I was fine after that. Just a curious cat.
It'll be different. Oh, hang on, I was saying that. The Leo now with the jacks, all in, under the gun. Standard. Mary A7 off. Third of her stack to call.
Yeah, not just that position as well, the rest of the table.
Absolutely. So now with the ace queen.
All in.
This should be a rejam to isolate. Especially if I think she's now the chip leader, isn't she? So she's 3-bet all but. I'm going to go to a flip. I'm freezing in this dress. I'm not normally a dressed person. Jack in the window.
Hard to lose this one as Leah.
I'm going to rename her YouTube channel Leah Loves a Flip.
No! Nice one.
And she does. She gets the double up again. 690. Leapfrog, middle of the pack now. 8.6 big blinds. 11 bigs. Chip leader still Sue.
248.
There's some names. Brandon,
It will be interesting when this goes 5-handed. I think the clock reduces to 20 minutes. I think it's either at the end of this level or when we go 5-handed, whichever happens first. And it will be interesting then as to see how the dynamic changes, how the urgency of play changes, you know, because the beauty of the half-hour clock is it gives you time, obviously, to see more hands and pick better spots, even when you're shallow. But it almost can allow you too much time, and that chip lead can dwindle where there's a lack of aggression. You know, it might ramp up. Well, it has to. It forces the aggression factor because this is gone. Queen Jack suited here under the gun. Just shy of 10 bigs.
I'm sorry, cut me out. But Brian and Yanis, Tim and Mike. I was going to ask Mike Kasuma, who's Mike? Yanis, obviously Lipperish, played a lot of cash with him a couple of years ago in Brum. Mike, I don't know. Obviously Tim Chung, Brandon. I actually don't know who Mike is. I'm trying to think what Mike you're talking about from Birmingham. Yeah, I get that. Brian says there was a 4.9 BB and a 5.5 B stack for what it's worth, decent collision chance. But I just feel like in this event that people will just recognise someone's going to be all in. They can make a little extra bit of money. I'm still arguing my point until I get that screenshot of you where you're going to give me the thumbs up and go, yep, there you go, told you. Probably be 9-6 off is the cusp. I just love the game, Michael, mate. Just love the game. 14 hours and I'm still just pulling my hair out of this one big blind spot up.
I reckon I could.
Someone brought the recorder in for me to play.
Sorry, I've just found a recorder on the desk and it's taken me back to my infant school era and I reckon I could still play London's Burning on it.
I never knew that. The Zangbanger was from Birmingham. Oh, he's from Nottingham. Sorry, there he goes. He's from Nottingham, but he was in Birmingham for a couple of years. The Zangbanger played in Brum. I'm glad he don't play there since I've moved there.
Stacks have closed right up now when they should have. Chip lead should be, you know, massive now with a real hand lock on it. And all in, ace-9 suited, Elizabeth behind her with King Jack suited. I think Elizabeth, one of the chip leaders still, tied up there. Chunk of her stack now to call off this. Oh, 3 players to back behind as well.
Yeah, I think it is a 6 big blind jam once again in terms of chips. King Jack suited, fist pumps for 6 bigs, but if Elizabeth
Do you in this
does,
spot though?
No.
I think this is going to be folded.
Yeah. Well, for chips, fist pump. That's what I'm saying.
Sorry,
but with
God, I'm wrong.
situation, if we now double and up, Elizabeth suddenly got 5 bigs.
Yeah.
And probability of busting next is going to shoot up.
I think that's a fold there in that spot.
Come on, Annie.
with the consideration of 3 to act behind, shorter stacks, and the fact that it's a real chunk of your stack, you know. More than half your stack in there cooling off as well. But she does hit a king. Goes in front, takes the lead on the flop. King high. Backdoor hearts. Oh, there's one.
Come on! Come on, Anne!
So any heart, any ace. For Anne to survive. And it's not. Queen on the river. And Anne is eliminated.
And you're an absolute trooper by now.
Well played to Anne, 6th place.
Show my rail to you. Come here.
You stole her out.
Elizabeth now will have the chunky chip lead again against the other 4. Let's see if she can ramp up this aggression now, particularly with the clock heading towards the 20-minute.
Tell you what, and
Come on, Liz.
Come on. I think we're not bad.
Very good.
That's it, yeah. You.
Have we got the chip?
Click yourself, you can do it. Mouse is there. And then if you want stacks, you can go in the stacks. If you want prize pool, you can click on prize pool.
I don't like that mouse.
Whatever you would like to.
Where's it gone? Oh no, I can't. It's not going where I want it to go. Is that you doing? Are you holding me up?
What?
It's upside down there.
Oh, that's why I don't know.
Katie's got the mouse upside down. Oh my word. It's late. These things happen.
Oh my God.
Well, look at this. We got an ace king for Tina. We got Leah with a shove with the king queen suited. And here we go. Queens, king, queen of hearts, ace, king. Leah with 10% equity, 3-way.
Ace, king of hearts. King, queen of hearts. No, ace, king, diamonds, king, queen of hearts. I got the lead.
No. Fold to ladder or just a chip.
I felt like it was always going to need this kind of hand to have the collision. You know, these hands, I should say, not just hand, but
Exactly. There's no way. We haven't seen it before.
it's been very cautiously played so far. And now we've got some monster hands, 5-handed.
Not 4 though. There's one.
Do the queens hold?
Looking likely.
Backdoor spades for the queens as well. So if it so it doesn't.
Well, Leah suddenly finds a flush draw. Drawing dead to runners. She was. An ace on the river for Tina.
Leah eliminated in 5th, and Tina takes a big pot there. Well played to Leah. Really, really well played. She hung in there short stacked and has managed to cash out £1,760 from a £200 buy-in. Definitely one for her YouTube channel. So check that out.
No, it's only because you asked what you was true. Nice hand.
I say I fold to ladder, but what's the point?
No, you can't. Look at your stack. No, you absolutely can't.
Shame I had to call in the ace of spades.
So how do I do this? Where's it going? Oh, that's better.
Good luck. Three hands to wake up with it.
I said we haven't played a flop, have we?
We can't. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
I'm actually really close with Jamie these days, Jason. Know Jamie pretty well.
Yeah.
Played a fair amount of high stakes cash with Yanis. Well, fair amount. Not massive amount, but decent enough sample size. Never got to play with a Zangmanger. I wouldn't fancy playing any six-figure pots with him. I always used to think he was very, very good. Remember when he won the Vic?
I found a new toy and I found some new buttons that I can give you some information on. Here we go. If anyone fancies reading all of this, this is the players we've got left and some of the percentages. There you go. Fill your boots. How do I get that off now? Oh, it just goes. Oh, it just goes itself. That's good because I wouldn't work that out.
Yeah, they've got some good players coming out of them. I actually didn't realise quite a few superstars from the Midlands in the UK poker circuit.
What were the blinds for? 51, isn't it?
Then I'll turn up and move there and brought that average down. 4 years I've been in Birmingham, Katie. Long time. 4.5 years nearly I've been living in Birmingham. It's gone so quick.
Very good. You obviously like it. Jack's here for Tina. Looks like she's, yeah, all in. Elizabeth, A7, in the small blind.
What are you looking for? Comms cam?
No, definitely not this time.
Big comms cam?
Oh, God.
Bigger comms cam? I got the big one. Katie having a little fiddle with the stream deck as we head to this one. Tina with jacks, Mary with ace jack.
We've seen A7 folded, so we know one's gone. Tina putting max pressure on there as well, just the open jam. Kind of indicates how she's going to play a chip lead. Ooh,
that's dirty. Could have lost Mary, but finds the ace on the turn. Up to 1.5 million is Mary.
We won't see at this moment in time Tina continuing the aggression with a chip lead, because now Mary is our new chip leader. 19 big blinds, Elizabeth 14 big blinds. It has gone around the chip lead, isn't it?
It has.
Going to see now how Mary commands in this position, chip leader.
Four-handed though, right? It's just ridiculous.
I would have liked to have seen how Tina would have continued there being chip lead. You know, how that aggression would have continued had she not been dealt a premium hand, a jacks, you know. How would she have continued the all-in and put in?
Yeah, parking if you are coming down, just catch up with the chat box. £6 parking. Subsidised by, I can't say that word today, subsidised by Grosvenor. But there we go, got it out eventually.
You know,
usually a lot.
I'm going to
usually a lot more expensive. If you want to park for Coventry game, it's 20 quid, but Grosvenor pay most of it. They cover most of the parking here. It's not a Grosvenor car park. It's the CBS Arena car park that's not owned by Grosvenor. So there is a £6 parking charge. Just me and Katie.
Yeah, but you still have to pay for the trophy then.
Yeah, but not worried about trophy.
No, but as in, like, we can't leave the table.
I'm
No,
happy.
this lady, do you want to have a nice
we can't actually hear the table, what's been said. Tower's usually one that sits with earphones in. We can just see the screen, so I don't know what was announced, whether she said A7, don't know. I mean, it's not what you want to hear when you need to hit the ace, and it's certainly not what you want to hear when they then hit the ace, and you know, it is what it is, though. People do it. It's on the Goliath Facebook page.
There's a link for parking. Motor Kasama, you want to come and do some work tomorrow? You know more than me. You scan the QR, he says. You want to come in, do a bit of work, bit of comms, feedback all this information to everyone.
Are you doing the winners interview, Katie? Have I got to run off and do the tower interview? I mean, I'm presenting the trophy, but I don't know what I'm doing. No idea. I mean, I didn't know I was doing comms for this. Neither did Jay. This just seemed to happen naturally because of the other final table. Look, going to final table for the GUKT main at the exact same time that we were at 10-handed and about to lose a player and go to our final table, and the guys said, let's get it on stream. So this is well into the wee hours of overtime and lateness for them. They've been great to carry on with it. So yeah,
I'm absolutely fine.
I've done enough on the microphone earlier on. I'm not good at
We do end up doing IC.
take Tower's job.
IC numbers. We'll have to get chip counts of everybody, and then I'll input into the IC machine on the go over there, and then we'll kind of. Okay. We don't have to leave any percentages or anything like that. We don't have to. So it's all up to you guys. Okay. Not MPL events, so we don't have to leave percentage or anything like that.
Thanks for the compliments in the chat, guys. That's very kind, very kind.
Can you put something together?
So you want to see chip numbers? So John, can I get any chip numbers for every single person? Are they exact?
What do they say mine is? 885. I'd check it because they. It is very top heavy as well, isn't it?
Keep it in your left, please. Just set it all out for me. Just get it like, so I can see it when you do it. Thank you. That'll be great. I will help on this side. 635. Happy with that? 500. That's 600. Oh, you put that in. 600. 650. 660. Thanks. Happy with that? Yes, it's 660. So it's only going to be marginal.
How many is it to? 1,150,000.
847. 7. Then I'll get these two, and then we should be able to get something big.
How much? Check that.
Oh,
Okay.
it's 1.
500. 600. 1 million.
18, 19.
1.1. 1.2. 1.240.
Hello, Blitchland.
Hang on.
You happy with that, yeah?
Yeah.
1.2. And then finally you. These definitely in.
Yeah, they're on.
Yeah, that's
checked.
So that is
We're happy.
500, 700, that's 1 million. 1.2. 1.292.
1.292.
1.292.
Minute break
Okay,
anyway.
right.
It is.
Calculate.
How much you lost, pussy?
We're going to do play on the trophy. Are we going to keep some back to play on the trophy and some money?
I don't know.
Which one is your share, Mary?
Okay, so.
I'm marginal to
Okay, so this is how it works out, ladies.
But she's not here. You might want to call Liz over.
Yeah, you need to put them in the system.
Yeah, I've done this.
No, she's here. She's here.
You just put them on. So seated.
Mention it now, and then if anyone's bulking.
She's got 6. Just 1 second, John. I don't know what you're asking me. So look, this is what the ICM numbers come to. So player 1, you'll end up getting 5,550. You'll end up getting 5,630. You'll end up getting 4,850. And you'll end up getting 4,430. This is like give or take a couple of pounds. It's the closest one. So that's what that's what the figure is. So 5,550, 5,630.
So we have 19 big blinds, chip leader Mary now. Susan is the shorter stack with 8.3. And 11 and 14 are in the middle.
To 100k.
Are we going to
BB.
have some?
Yeah. And everyone's going for the
Are
trophy.
we keeping any meant to play on for anything, or just playing for the trophy, or what?
Oh, you want to leave a little on top?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Your option. So basically, you can decide to shuffle them because it's not an MPL
I get
event.
you, I get you,
You
I
can
get
decide to do that. You can, and if you do a chop, you can. I think you can.
Yeah, I'm going to be really honest, ladies. I'm
Okay,
happy
so
to
we
leave it at the
are
deal, just go for trophy.
frozen on this screen at the moment because they have gone to a 20-minute clock now on this level. We are playing short-handed, 4 left. It is natural progression in a tournament that the clock changes when you go short-handed. It's usually at 5 players, but we went to 5 during that last level. So obviously the level finishes and we start the fresh level on a 20-minute clock and play will resume now.
It's not your first time.
No, it ain't.
We'll see.
I spoke to a very lovely lady and said it wasn't. She said, watch out. We
Watch
got
out,
watch
Tina's
for.
got an EPT
It was
trophy.
effing
She don't
Tina.
care about this trophy. Is that what they said?
Yeah. I said, Lydia, come here. She went, Tina. Alright. She's on my lap and fine. Ladies, great day.
Yeah, no.
Just having a shifty round.
So obviously you're just going to get given what you get given
Now
anyway.
we're locked up about
And then you can play up for the
2.5k.
trophy if that's what you want. Okay, I'll restart the clock now.
51,
John,
yeah.
please. Congratulations.
Well done,
There we
everyone.
go.
Play.
So at 51 now.
It's just a shame that there
Deal
was no play.
was done.
Was there? I feel like we stopped playing.
And they've done a deal.
They've done a deal. I just got the word. I just got told to push a button, and this is what has been shown.
Good
That's why there
stuff.
was a little pause. A deal has been done. Elizabeth takes the most. No, she doesn't take the most. Sorry, Mary takes the
Mary
most.
takes the most. She's got the biggest stack, so makes sense. And
Fancy the mid-raiser?
yeah, nice
You said you
amount.
wanted
The
a
girls
block.
have looked up there.
that's big.
Almost at least almost 4.5k. So from a £200 buy-in, really good. Well done, girls. Lovely event. And we're going to play on to a winner, but deal has been done.
20 past 2. I literally have
Let's go.
2. And it'll be dark and I'll be tired, so I can't even spit like that.
Day off tomorrow. I'm working. I'm a paint and decorate, but I'm working around my best friend's house at the minute. So she'll understand.
Whoa, Animal Life. Why is your webcam from 2009? This is a Logitech V2. Show it a bit of respect, man. Mary, all in with the Ace 4 suited. Gonna get it through.
Picture is in.
So the deal has been done. They are now playing for the trophy. Is it not you? It looks all right quality for us. I feel like it looks all right. I don't know, maybe it's somewhere else. It's only a little square bit, but never had anyone comment on the comms cam regarding resolution. I'll put the words to PK, the man that sorts all of this stuff out. I will say that someone's commented on bad resolution, and we might get it sharpened up for tomorrow.
Hey, right, we're playing poker again.
Might want to increase the bit rate.
with. I think I want a cigarette more than this, frankly. Oh, man.
It's a Sony BRC AM7, whatever that is. Let's have a look. Sony BRC AM7.
I was like, that's what I mean. I think I've got a cool there, but not.
I wish I never looked.
No, Queen.
Let's be honest.
So all in and Nicole Elizabeth, who had the chip lead for most of this FT, unfortunately dead on the turn.
Good luck.
Well played today. Nice game, nice
And
game.
Elizabeth.
Nice result though for Elizabeth. Locked up second place, prize money. And at this stage, when you're, you know, dealt ace queen, what else are you going to do? It's, you know,
Just so over it now.
would have been taking home the original fourth place, 2.5k. She's managed 3k more. I mean, happy days, right? Well played. Lovely result.
Pardon?
Such a surprise. You drag them a little bit. Tell me a little bit. Just a bit, yeah. This way.
Well, it must be something to do with the res. I literally just had a look at how much they are, and it's cheaper buying into the WSOP main event. So it's
What is this?
just a resolution about the camera. It's not my expertise. I don't know anything.
Have we
really.
broke it?
I
We
don't
look
know
so bad
because we
this
look so
time of night.
tired this time
I mean,
of night.
we are
Yeah.
absolutely dead on our feet here. I'm not going to lie. We are knackered. It's been a long one today, isn't it? What time are you back in the morning?
I'll be in about 11 o'clock tomorrow.
So they're not in there commentating or doing anything, are they? They're yeah, like whatever.
I'll be before that.
Hey.
I've definitely done the steps today as well, running round.
Well, here we go again. Susan, King 6 suited.
Dominates Tina's 6-5 suited.
Yeah, be.
There's a king, and that almost seals the deal on the flop. We got some running straights, but not on the ace of clubs turn. Susan up to 620. Yeah, let's just enjoy the rest of the day. It's not long. It's going to be 16 hours for me and 15 minutes. But it's the Goliath. I can go and get a good night's rest. I've got a good final table to look forward to tomorrow. And you say that, Liam, but what you don't realise, we have a team of 5 people. You go and watch the WSOP, you go and watch the EPT. You've got a team of 300 people on production. We have a team of 5 people to run this all. The action tracking, the streaming, the commentating. Everything is revolved around 5 people here. I feel like that's what people forget. Tina, with the 10-4 clubs, calls it off. And Susan, almost home and hose, but not on the 4 turn. 10 or 4 could now roll off. And it's Tina going to be left short. This is what people don't understand. You're not spending a penny. You get free live streams all day. You get this coverage. A team of 5 people. You go to the WSOP, they've got a team of over 300 in production. That is pretty mental. So you got like a 7,000% increase on the team. And this is what you're getting from a team of 5 people. And people still complain. It's incredible.
It's me?
No, I've already been told by the man himself. It's not a simple fix. It's what we've had. Same resolution since we got this camera. It's like walking into a gaff that's giving out free drinks and complaining, honestly, as you walk in. Imagine walking into a pub and they're like, oh, free beers all day, and someone has a sip of the beer and goes, I don't like this. You need to sort this out. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So 10-8 of Mary. Tina going to start the spin unless we see a 10 jack or 6, and it's the king. Exactly, you don't want to see him in face anyway. You don't want to see it in nice high resolution. As someone laughed at it earlier, I'll use it again. People that are making these comments, they have the room temperature IQ. That's the best way to put it. Well, it's 5 figures worth, Mr. Animal Life. I literally had a look and Googled it. Well, not some are like higher 4 figures, but around that sort of region. And unfortunately, this is not provided by the casino. This is Card Room Direct.
You put in before me.
Tina all in King 10, Mary with the Queen Deuce. Only 4 big blinds. She's called it off. And just drawing to a queen as Mary. And Tina going to be back over a milli here. She's got 10 bigs again. Deuce on the river.
Oh, I've got the 10. Oh, sorry, I didn't see it. That's how tired I am. Can we just forget about them then?
4, 3, 4. Good luck, lady.
Trying to do it.
Tomorrow we start at 12 PM, 20 past 12 on stream. It's just at this stage of the day, a little bit tired. I'm not gonna lie. We've been streaming for nearly 15 hours. I've been here nearly 16 hours. It's free content. You get to see what's going on at the Goliath. You don't have to pay anything. You can watch it for free and you still get complaints. It's just incredible.
I'll do the proper chip rate of the so if you agree with dinner.
Yeah, he's getting rid of them. I don't even think. You're just taking them, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just no, I'm not. I'm just taking these just for the time being.
But I know it's the minority, guys. I know that. I understand it's the minority. And the majority, you enjoy the coverage and always give good feedback.
You got 5K as well? 5K, yeah, just do that. No race needed then. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. 100,000. I'll just take 300,000, yeah. Thank you. And you're the only one with 3 spare. And you'll just get that. You'll just get that. Just wait. That's the race. Okay. Thank you, girls. That was incredibly easy.
We are streaming this tomorrow. Sorry, apologies. Sorry, I've just got apologies to Animal Life. And who's the other one? Apologies to Animal Life and LJ Smith. I've got to put the camera on. But there we go. That's what we are streaming tomorrow. Monday is the GUKT main final table. We have nearly 200k up top for that. So that's going to be a big day. We got some great names in that as well. Quickly back to the feature because this could be the one that gets us heads up. Tina needs a queen. Well, we got chops. Chops everywhere. 8 or a 3. But it's a 7 on the river. Both make a pair of 7s, but Mary outkicks Tina. Great run from Tina Avery. Deal was done, so she takes home £4,853. But we're going to have Susan Kenny and Mary Galvin playing for the trophy. I have been told they take about 10-minute break for heads up. I'll leave the pictures on for you guys. You can go away, make yourself a cup of tea, whatever it is at this time of night, and we will be back in about 10 minutes. Pictures are staying on. We'll see you shortly.
Yeah, I moved my car to be outside that door. How long have we got? Well, we could go all in, or are we on a what happened? Split the trophy. You running for a fight, yeah?
There is a trophy there. You bring it in. Trophy next to it.
We came all Saturday.
Okay. So seat 7, 1,140,000.
Out the box? In the box?
Yeah.
I might just go tell
Yeah.
like it's gonna be done in 25 minutes. I might just go.
So for seat 7, I have a 1 million. Seat 3. So she has 2. Okay, so she have 2,905,000, and she's in seat 3 as well. Any chance I can get the green ones?
Get a what, sorry?
You know, if you give me 500.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Still got the chips here, so we can do it.
Yeah. So it's 525.
You don't want to take all the 5Ks off.
Why not?
Because we still need them.
Oh, still.
Yeah. So, yeah, like, leave us that. Leave us that.
Yeah.
And then leave it that. And we'll take off 400k, okay?
Yeah.
400,000. You know what we'll do though? Let me just get a tray.
Yeah, you can have it.
This is just a chip up. She's perfectly fine.
Oh
yeah, cool. No, that's cool. So just leave that there, and then that's hers as well, isn't it? And then I'll give you 400k.
You want me to sort the deck or is it?
Yeah, I've got the time. Yeah, if you've got the time, but there's no major stress if you don't get it there. Alright, cool. So you got 400k for her there, and then that's just there. As you can see. Well, yeah, it's all heart rate and stuff. I'm just waiting to sit there thinking, Susan will be back from our house, so I'm still waiting for her. Can the two finalists for the ladies event please come back to the feature table? We are about to restart.
We have a trophy on. This is what you're playing for. Last two.
Yeah.
Well done.
I was very short stacked when I came to this table.
Yeah. Cool.
Thank you. You bloody deserve it, chick.
Big fan.
I think I've got hardly any chips.
Can Mary Galvin please return to the card room? We're about to restart the ladies' final table.
Do I win by default if she didn't come back?
Let me get a photo.
We start
You can start the
blinding her out.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, you got loads to.
Move a little bit this further down so she can take a photo.
So it looks like I've won already.
Yeah,
I'll take one of you. There you go. Sweet talking the dealer.
Yeah, before Mary gets back.
Beautiful. Just summon the trophy too.
Just like.
That's it. Use your. That's a beautiful trophy, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Right, good luck.
You need a table.
No, I've got one.
You got a table?
I got one.
Thank you so much. Ah, here she is. Okay, just a quick, just so we're faffing about a little bit less, we're just going to read some chips.
Yeah.
That's 400,000 and that's 400k there, okay. Thank you so much. Right, ladies, congratulations, we are heads up for the tournament. We're going to continue at 50, 100, 100, and there will be no ante now, okay? So, yeah, small blind is button, so it'll be 50,000, 100,000. Okay, ladies, 11, are you ready? Please shuffle the deal.
Alright, guys. Good luck.
Thank you.
This is a trophy thing.
Very nice.
This comes in very handy as a camera cleaning cloth. Strips.
Plus.
So here we are. Mary v Susan.
Thank you. I'm going to do one here as well. Do you know that's wrinkled there?
What?
That's all wrinkled. Like that. So that is. Someone's going to trip.
Four. All in.
Ace free suited for Mary. Straight off the bat, set Susan all in.
All in. Plus.
And it's an Irish lady, so it's good to see some of the Irish and Northern Irish girls.
Trophy coming to Ireland with Mary, says Marty. Right.
I'm giving Mickey May a run for her money here, and I.
In two places at once.
Blimey. I'm very passionate about capturing their picks.
How do you think these are going to approach heads up, Katie? Do you think they're going to be waiting to hit hands, or do you think it's more trying to run it over as Mary as the big stack? Because Susan taking initiative here.
I be honest, I haven't even looked at how many blinds I got now and what the stack depth is, but let's have a quick look. Right, 10 to 30, okay. So, I mean, one double up, they're back level, right? It's anyone's game at that point, so I don't think Sue's got nothing to lose, right? They've done the deal, and you've got to be able to get your chip stack back level to even attempt to be back in it. So I actually think that Sue can find that aggression, and Mary's got to find a hand to be able to then not lose the chips with. You don't want to lose a chip lead, you know, so you can chip away a little bit. So, but yeah, interesting stack depths really, and interesting situation once they've done a heads up deal. It's a big prestigious title to win the Goliath Ladies Event. It's once a year. It's a big event in the ladies' calendar.
Yeah.
And people want to win it, you know. So even though they've done the deal, it's not a case of just shove it in and let's get off home, you know.
Yeah.
They both want that trophy at the end of it. They both want to hold that title. So they're going to still be playing. I don't think it's a case of just, you know, job done. Sue can definitely ramp up the aggression and put the pressure on Mary, even though Mary's the big stack. If Mary doesn't take the initiative to keep pounding first. If she is the aggressor, then Sue's got to work out her calling range rather than her shoving range.
Yep.
And that's the adjustment that needs to happen. At this moment in time, it seems passive to me.
Well, the good thing about heads up, you don't have to worry about ICM anymore. You're just playing for chips. You need all the chips to win.
Yeah.
So none of these tighter laydowns going to be needing to call it off a bit lighter.
See, this suited jack here, I would be really putting pressure on. I don't think that just min raising is enough, because actually And again, if I was suited, I'd be jamming there. The Jack 10 suited is plenty big enough to jam.
I'd love to see check jam now from Susan.
Yeah, I would.
Get this extra little C bet from Mary.
And it's a natural check jam as well. It's not. This I don't like. I'm going to be honest. I think that this is, you know, if you don't hit, now what? Now what? It's. You can't think Jack high is good, but you would give check.
Well, she's got the best. She's got the best of it.
Yeah, she has, but it's also this is when it boils down to almost a luck element of, yeah, you happen to have the best, but you don't necessarily think you're gonna have. Jack high doesn't need to be the best there. Mary raised pre-flop. She's C-bet flop. I would prefer the jam pre-flop or certainly on the flop, whether it be check jam. I don't like it getting to the river as a passive check. But the stacks have you know, Sue's increased her stack. Mary has the chip lead still. Don't know if Mary just open jams there and starts going down the route of just open jamming and putting the onus on Sue to call off her stack, whether Sue would call off Jack 10. I think possibly she should. You can give her a reasoning for she should. It's Jack 10 suited. If it's not ahead, it's certainly live. She's got to get a double up somehow. That's a lovely hand, great equity post flop, runs out well, great ball. So, you know.
I think Jack 10 suited should jam all about the call. I always use my starting block in heads up for all in ranges, and my starting block is Jack 10 off. And what I mean by starting block, I know that Jack 10 off has to call a 12 big blind shove heads up. So if you know that Jack 10 off has to call a 12 big blind shove, now you know that Queen 10 off, Queen Jack off, King 9 suited, hands like this also have to call a shove for this much. So it's good to have like a little place to start. And then if you don't know the exact ranges, you can work backwards or you can work forwards and figure it out yourself. And I feel like this is a good way to go when you're playing heads up. Just have a little point where you can work either backwards or forwards from and figure out where your calling ranges are going to start.
Yeah, it's great advice. Great advice. I shall remember it on Sunday when I'm heads up. And
I hope you are, Katie. That would be scenes on toast, as they say.
Heads up against Jack. Can you imagine?
That would be
my dream. For my mum, dad, sister.
You do realise though, if he beat you, you'd never hear the end of it.
I would never mind. I would never mind.
Course.
I would let him tell that story all day, every day, forevermore. Can you imagine? Mum, dad, Debbie on the final.
Still made me laugh earlier, Kev. You liar, I never said you put on any chunder. I said you put on a bit of timber, and I was being polite. he made me cackle. It was a funny comment.
He's brilliant. We love Goliath Week, and he loves seeing everyone, and, you know. See, this King Deuce off here, this, to me, just put the full pressure on. Calling and allowing the post flop play, you're letting them see 3 cards for free. Okay, it's worked out on that flop, but it's an unnecessary flop to see. To let them see, you know.
It may be the winning flop though, because middle pair at this stack depth, heads up, strong hand for Susan. She just check folds it. Nah, that's insane.
Especially to the limp. And it's not like it's been a raised pot. This is a limped pot.
That's just gangster.
You
Check
know,
fold in second pair. Correctly, heads up. That's a gangster fold. How'd she find it, Katie? We flopped the pair heads up, not just any pair, middle pair, with backdoor clubs, and we just fold to 1 bet. Correctly?
Ace 10 here. This is going to be a jam.
Oh, Mary has got a chance to win the tournament.
What a cooler, heads up here.
So is this going to be the hand that seals the deal? It's looking good. It's looking great. We have a wheel draw for chops, but if it's not a 10 or a 3, we have a champion.
Which we do. Mary is the Goliath Ladies Event champion 2026.
Let's go, Mary.
Congratulations, Mary, and really well played to Sue as well. Let's not forget she had 85k and she has managed to spin that up to a second place finish. Absolutely amazing. Fabulous event, really friendly, and to have loads of ladies here. We've got over 200 runners for this event, so something I'm always really proud to be a part of, and yeah, community that I adore. So thank you to everyone for turning up today. Thank you to Grosvenor for putting it on and Goliath for hosting it. Thanks to the chat box. Thanks to Jay and all of the team behind the scenes here.
Yeah.
The action trackers, the media team, all of the people, the staff covering it.
He's back in 6 hours.
Yeah, PK is an absolute star of the show for Goliath. Yeah, just huge thank yous all round, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Okay, it's a bit of a different final table. The stack depths are different, the play is different, but it just shows you poker's for everyone. So go and get involved, and yeah, got ladies events and the rest of the year, and ladies online games every Wednesday at 8 p.m. So come and get involved. It's a great community and we have a good time. So thanks for supporting.
So just a quick roundup from myself before we leave you guys. Big thank you to everyone that's still tuned in. It's 3:20 in the morning. If you are still watching,
yes, that is true.
Just massive to still be tuned in at this time.
Yeah,
rooting
thank
on the
you very
ladies.
much.
Big thank you from you. Thank you to Katie, the stuff she does, the work she does for the ladies in poker, what she puts on. I don't think people actually see the effort that goes into a tournament like this. What she does behind the scenes, she does all these little goodie bags for the girls. She's putting time that you don't see. You see her there, you see her play the tournament, but she don't just rock up, buy in and play the tournament. She's doing loads of work for these girls, making sure they get everything. If they need any advice, she'll always give the advice. And one of the best role models in the world of poker when it comes to ladies. Katie sat next to me. But from myself and the team, tomorrow we're back 12:20. What's that?
We're just going to go and have a nap.
Yeah, 9 hours time. We are back for the GUKBT main final table. We've got some great players left in that, a few firecrackers as well. We've got Minji, Dean Hutchinson, Yazoo Yin, Ravi Chef, Keith Littlewood, all coming back tomorrow.
Back to back,
He is, and he's actually got 25% of the chips in place. They're going to be favourite as well. But make sure you're there for that one, guys, tomorrow. 12:20, we'll be live on stream for the GUKBT main event. Final table of the ladies is done. Mary is the champion. We are going to be saying goodnight. Big thank you to Katie as well.
Thank you very much.
We will see you all tomorrow at 12:20 for the final table of the GUKBT main. Good night.